And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast After Hours edition. We are joined with 5 lovely ladies. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Nobody cares, bro. Get out. Get out.
It's a night, kind of black. In the night, no control.
Go. Put your shoes on outside. You don't got to put them on in here.
I know the night is not as what it seems. I must believe in something, so I'll make myself believe it. This night
smiling the whole time.
And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast After Hours edition. I know you guys are probably wondering, what the hell? Who's this light-skinned guy on the other side? It is Chris, bro, impersonating Fresh. No, I'm just kidding. As you guys know, Fresh is in Barbados right now handling some stuff, but he'll be back, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah, Tuesday.
So, yeah, you know, but the show goes on, man. So we'll be back to regular scheduled programming on Wednesday. As you guys can see here, if you haven't watched the show in a bit, we switched some things up, man, as you guys know.
Yeah, man, we're doing live.
We were in YouTube jail for a bit, so, you know, we're coming back improvising a bit. You guys can see the top donators in the bottom here. You can see the notifications over here behind me, and then you can go ahead and see the chat right behind me over there. There you go. And that's the YouTube chat, and then when we switch over to Rumble, we'll go ahead and pull up the Rumble chat, because they're a lot crazier over there.
Tell me, man.
Yeah, y'all are wild over there on Rumble, but we are live streaming on all the platforms, guys. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter,
OF?
Rumble, not OF yet. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're on all the platforms. So, quick announcement before we get into the show. Number one, guys, rumble.com/freshfit. As you guys know, if we ever do get canceled off YouTube or demonetized like in this situation, you know exactly where to find us. We're over here on Rumble. So make sure to subscribe to the Rumble. It's only $5 a month, man. And you can also check us out on freshfit.locals.com. We'll be getting a lot more active on there, giving you guys in real life streams. And we were at the airport messing around and having fun. We just came back from Timcast.
How was that?
Last week. It was good. It was good.
So you guys playing poker?
Yeah, playing poker. I lost,
Who won?
so I
Yeah,
suck.
yeah,
I suck.
figured, yeah,
He taught me how to play, but I suck.
Oh, God.
And then what else? We talked about politics. We talked about the Trump indictments. We talked about modern dating versus traditional conservatism, all this crap. So it was a good time up there at Timcast, man. We did 2 podcasts with him. And what else? I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. So we got to go through the rest of the announcements. What else?
Yeah, I mean, it's a banners up.
Yeah,
on, guys.
no, we gotta get them. But I'll remember them, guys. Subscribe to our other YouTube channel, FnF Clips. Obviously, subscribe to Fresh Fit on YouTube and also on Rumble.
Yep.
Spotify.
Also, check us out on Spotify. Mo's uploading every single day on there. A link is below in the description if you guys want to listen to us on Spotify. And yeah, go subscribe to our other YouTube channel called More Fresh Fit Clips, man. Let's get those Clips channels to 1 million subscribers so we can go ahead and flex on the haters. And yeah, and then don't forget to get my book, Why Women Deserve Less, in stores right now. Okay? Amazon bestseller. Make sure to go ahead and get it.
That was crazy to say.
Hardcover.
Yeah,
We just started.
yeah, and follow Fresh on his channel.
Fresh Prince CEO.
And
but he's going to be uploading those vlogs mostly to locals now.
Yeah, and join his network too, CEO Network. I see you guys doing big things. I watch videos and I'm like, damn, you guys are really going crazy. And I think they met up in Colombia recently.
Yes.
So that shit was lit.
When we were out there.
And yeah, guys, and ladies, just if you want to come onto a show, just DM me and RNC Parkson. If you flake, I will ban you. Simple as that. And once again, we don't do emails, all right? So I got like 5 emails. I don't know if you guys been getting it.
About, some guys scamming.
Yeah, even guys like, yo, Chris, man, you know, I'm gonna come on to the show on August. I'm like, nigga, who are you? And it's like, once again, we don't pay guests to come on to the show.
Yeah,
girls, especially girls. We don't pay girls because they deserve less.
So,
Damn.
You want a reaction so bad.
Not yet.
And then what else was I gonna say? That's pretty much it for the announcements, guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and introduce the lovely ladies on the panel.
Yeah, ladies, what's your name, age, profession, dating status, and your
body count?
There you go. So starting with this side.
Okay, my name is Diana. I'm 23. I'm a social worker.
Okay.
And I don't think I'm going to answer that last
Where are you from originally?
Oh, I'm from Philadelphia.
Okay.
Born and raised in a...
Do you live here now, or are you just visiting?
No, I'm just visiting.
Okay. And you said you're a social worker?
I am.
Okay. For like kids or adults?
For kids.
Okay, cool. And then highest education level completed?
I got my bachelor's in criminology.
Okay. Where'd you get it from?
Albert College.
Okay.
Where's that?
It's in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
And then what's your relationship status? Married, single?
I am single.
All right, cool. What about you?
I'm Karina. I'm 22 years old. I'm also from Philly. Professionally, I'm a marketing assistant at a pharmaceutical company. And I'm single. What was the other questions?
You said for pharmaceuticals?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you guys, I'm assuming you guys came together from Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you guys actually from Philly? Or are you guys from like Drexel Hill?
No,
From the-
outside
Like
Philly. From Northeast Philly.
outskirts.
Northeast?
Yeah.
The hood.
No.
Oh, no, North. I'm
Better
thinking
part of the
North,
hood.
North
Yeah,
Philly.
we all together.
Best friends.
Yeah,
Best friend.
best
All you guys are from Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
So who's trouble?
Well, it's my birthday, so I'm in trouble tonight.
Oh, okay.
It
Happy
is.
birthday.
Okay, and then, so I'm assuming all three of you guys were just here visiting. Okay, and then you
Yeah.
said, what's your highest education level completed?
I got a degree in marketing from Westchester.
Okay. And relationship status?
I'm single.
All right. And that's a BA, I'm guessing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you?
My name is Carly. I'm from the same place they're from. I
old are you?
graduated. Oh, I'm 23 today.
23. Happy
Yes,
birthday.
thank
Happy
you so much.
birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
And you,
Thank
guys
you.
are, and you guys are all from Northeast Philadelphia?
Yes.
Okay. And then what do you do for it?
I work in a hospital, and I'm currently in nursing school.
Wait, nurse?
Are you
Does someone need me?
are you like a CNA right now or a phlebotomist
Yes.
or
No, not a foot.
CNA?
Yeah. Sure.
okay, and you're pursuing
Nursing school. Yes.
Wait, thank you.
so you don't have a
Tattoo.
BA yet.
Not yet. No.
Okay.
Not in nursing.
Okay.
At least.
Working. Do you have a BA in something else? Or no?
Child and family studies. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're getting your second bachelor's right now.
Yes. Yep.
So you have a BA in child and family studies. You said.
Yes.
All right. But you're going back to get a nursing degree. Okay. Relationship status.
Single.
All right. What about you?
Hi, I'm Jillian.
Welcome back.
Hi, I'm from Puerto Rico.
How old
I
are
am 22.
Okay. And you're from PR. Cool. What part?
Yes, San Juan.
San Juan. Okay.
Yes, the
Bless you.
capital.
Yeah.
No,
Chris
go
said,
ahead.
"Bless you."
Amen. Amen.
So you were sneezing, I guess.
San Juan.
What do you do for work?
Well, I'm a model and
Okay.
I also do OnlyFans.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Plug it in.
All right. And then.
Oh,
Put your
Jillian Marie .xo.
Okay. What's your highest education level completed?
I did like 2 months of assistive veterinarian. That's about
Okay,
it.
so high school. It's high school
Yeah,
completed.
basically.
All right. And then what's your relationship status?
Single.
Saying it reluctantly. Is there somebody out there in the wind or something?
Situationship. I feel like everybody has a situationship if they're single, you know?
Like what? So you just
Like,
fucking?
no,
or
you're
sex?
Not fucking, but you know, you need attention.
I mean, how long have you two been,
Like a month.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah,
fucking.
so it's not a relationship. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
call
yeah.
it a relationship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fucking.
So typically when you're in a situation like that, one party wants to commit while the other one doesn't. In this situation, who's the party that doesn't want to commit?
We both want to commit. We're just taking our time.
It's been
I
1
feel like
month.
you don't want to rush into a relationship, especially nowadays.
Nah,
Okay.
because she's actually trying to claim him after a month. So I think he doesn't want to commit. And you
He has
him.
my name tattooed, so.
Oh, he's kidding.
Girl.
So yeah. Definitely.
I mean, it's a Gawk 3000 that good?
No comment.
How hold on. How long have y'all
The month.
known each other?
A month.
No, not dated.
Oh, no.
How long known each other?
Oh, a month. We started dating like the first 4 days that we met each other.
And he tattooed your name on him?
Yeah.
Bro, who's this
Vibes.
guy, man?
Like,
Is
did
it
y'all
easy?
go to the shop together?
To the shop.
Yeah, like y'all went to the tattoo
Oh,
shop
no,
together?
I was in Puerto Rico at the time when he did it.
Damn, he missed you.
So, okay, hold on. Stop the show. So, you guys meet. How'd y'all meet?
At my work.
Like dancing
On
work?
OnlyFans?
No, I dance at booby trap sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right. So you do and you also dance at booby trap. For the people that are wondering, that is a
Strip club.
yes. It's a. I was gonna say a place where they throw denominations
booty
of currency.
club.
But okay. So you met him there, and then you guys started hanging out, seeing each other, and then for 4 days you guys decided, hey, let's like make this somewhat kind of maybe exclusive.
Yeah, I
And
like
then-
him a lot, and he treats me nice. He's a respectful man.
And then
so-
you went to Puerto Rico for like a week or something, or
Yeah, I was there visiting my mom.
And then you come back and he has your name tattooed on him.
He called me on FaceTime to show me.
Oh, wait, tell me. How much money did he spend the first night when he met you?
Wait, why does it have to be about money, though?
Tell me. Like, what made you like him? Like, hey, he's pretty
He's
nice.
funny. I like funny guys.
How much funny money is $1,000, $2,000?
I'm not like seductive.
Is he black? Is he white?
He's white.
Okay, ching ching. No, is he one of them boys? No.
What do you mean one of them boys?
Is he Caucasian or is he like
He's a mixture. He's like half Italian.
How old is he?
24.
Okay. I don't know.
All right.
It's early.
Okay, so I just have so many questions, but okay, so he gets a tattoo and calls you on FaceTime. Where'd he get it? Like on his arm or some shit, or?
Yeah, on his arm.
And it has like your name like just written there.
Yeah. Like my signature. Like he told me to write down my signature on a paper, and I sent it
crossed
to him.
out by other names.
I hope not.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did you see it in person?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Photoshop. That's why I thought he just.
No, it wasn't Photoshop.
Yeah, it's not a troll. He really did it.
Yeah.
Okay, damn. What's this dude do for a living?
I love you, baby.
What does he do for? What does he do for?
He's like.
I don't know if he does that.
No. I don't know what he does for work. I don't ask those questions.
He has money, man. He has
Wouldn't it be important though to kind of know what your partner's?
I can't see. I'm blind.
She don't care, man. She don't care. Just spend money, man.
Yeah, she just knows that the money's coming in, so
money's
she
coming
doesn't care how it
She
comes
don't
in.
care.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well.
that's a first. Getting a tattoo of a girl 4 days after meeting her.
Yes, money to take it off. Laser surgery. You could just burn it off.
Or you can just cover it up. There's a lot of options.
Yeah, I mean,
But I'm hoping he doesn't.
How much money did he throw that night at the club the first time y'all met?
I'm curious.
Just curious.
I didn't keep count, but he just kept hanging.
Was it over 10K?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Was it over 5K?
Probably like 5.
Around 5?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Wow. Okay.
She had to pay rent that much. It's like,
All right. If he's Italian,
Forget about it.
all right. What about you?
Forget about it.
My name is Valley Latini.
What is it? Valley?
Valley Latini, like the valley.
Okay.
okay.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay.
Oh,
Where you
sorry to hear
from?
that. You're
Where are you from?
37.
I'm from Bogota, Colombia.
Okay. All right. Did you go to high school here or back in Colombia?
I went to high school in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay. So I would say, all right. So you're families from Bogota, but you grew up in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
That's right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because you don't really have an accent.
I grew up in Colombia, actually.
You went to high school in Colombia or here?
So I grew up. I stayed in Colombia till I was 12, and then I immigrated to United States when I was 12, and I did high school here.
Okay, I'd consider you from Tennessee then, because all right, yeah, to me, I look at it like wherever you go to high school, typically that's like your formative years, but that's fine either way.
Right.
So we'll put both. And then what's your what do you do for work?
I'm a musician.
Okay, what kind of music do you make?
I do dark pop, electronic.
Wait, dark pop?
What is dark pop?
Dark pop is like pop, but like dark. you gotta listen to it.
It's like Britney Spears, but with some. Hit me, baby, one more time. And you just fucking sock them. Is that dark pop?
No, it's a little more sensual, more sexy.
Has blood involved and everything? It's like
Is it kind of like
blood.
Billie
Like,
Eilish?
No blood yet. Maybe sometime.
okay.
Yeah.
Because chat saying you're a vampire.
Yeah?
No, sorry.
Do I look like a vampire to you?
I mean, more or less.
Cool.
No, I'm joking.
All right, fantastic.
I mean, she wouldn't be wearing that cross. You
Yeah.
know? She'll probably burn alive.
So
if she
dark
was-
pop, you learn something new every day. And then what other genres?
Electronic.
Okay, EDM.
It's more like electronic music. I don't define my music by any genre. I think you just gotta,
I mean,
feel
EDM
it
stands for electronic dance music.
I guess it is EDM, but when you were listening to it, most people wouldn't describe it as EDM.
Damn, I need my soundboard, man. This is ridiculous.
All right, and then what's your highest education level completed?
Some college.
All right, some college. All right, do you got your associates or?
I didn't get my associates, but I just dropped out of school.
All right, so highest completed is high school, and then relationship status.
I'm single.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So you want to hit off with the first question? Or?
Ladies, any questions?
And guys, real quick, for those of you guys that are wondering, as you guys know, we got demonetized on YouTube. So if you want to super chat into the show and ask a question, All you got to do is click that Streamlabs link. That is the new way to super chat. It actually goes a long way towards supporting the show, a lot more than the super chats before with YouTube because they took their cut. So go ahead and hit us over there if you guys got questions. I see a bunch of them already came in, so we'll go ahead and read them. But you wanted to hit the first thing?
Girls, do you have any questions to ask us first before we go into the topic? Any questions, concerns?
No. I have a question. What made you want to start this podcast?
You want to go first?
No, go ahead. You started.
you go first.
No, you started, man.
Well, I'm going to give you the condensed version. I had a fitness business. I was helping guys get in shape, and then I realized that guys were asking me the same questions over and over about women and how to be attractive. And I realized, like, you know what? A lot of guys are dealing with the same issues, and I realized that it was a lot of the times from incompetence and not having their stuff together that they were failing with women. So I was like, you know what? Let's just start a podcast where we help guys who are becoming better, and then as a byproduct of becoming better, their dating life is going to be better.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is this your first book that you wrote?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Do you like being an author?
Do I like it?
Yeah. How was it writing it?
It's cool. It's an interesting title because you could say that you're an author and you actually wrote a book. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I like it.
What are the benefits of reading your book?
What are the benefits? Oh, shit.
For who? Like men or women?
I want to know for
I was gonna
everybody,
say,
just
for
in
both.
general.
I
Yeah.
see men benefit.
Should I
more.
read your book?
Yeah, like is it a girl book? Is it a guy book? Should
Well,
Don't worry,
James.
Myron. I got you. Misogyny.
Thank you, bro. No, I mean, the book, obviously, it covers a lot of things. It covers how the dating marketplace has changed significantly, right? How we went from, a society where men and women were different and, that polarity kind of complemented the two versus now where, feminism has kind of taken hold and changed the way we view each other from a romantic standpoint. But the problem is that men and women are not equal, but we live in a society where we tell men and women that they're equal, and it's kind of caused issues with dating. I'm sure you guys have probably dealt with men that, will go on a first date with you and tell you, oh, let's split the check, or guys don't want to be leaders anymore, or guys don't really have their stuff together, and I think this is all a byproduct of feminism. But I go into a lot more detail in the book, but I talk about the differences between the two genders from feminism and how women have changed significantly over the past years, and guys have to kind of change and adapt their strategy.
I mean, do anyone here think men and women are equal, or the ones?
I don't think they're equal, but I think they should be
Absolutely
treated
not.
equally.
In what sense?
Like in terms of like in general, like just if I see you, you see me, and if we're living together, do you think we should be treated the same, have same benefits, same everything?
Benefits is in what? Pay?
Like pay, like just in general and dating, are we equal?
Absolutely
And
not. We're not equal.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
it
so
depends
wait,
on
so
the-
what do you say when you say we're
I
not
think
equal?
men are definitely physically stronger than women.
Yeah.
You know?
So they should do
Yeah.
the yard work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should be taking out the
They
trash.
should mow the
and
lawn.
fixing my car,
Yeah,
changing the
yeah.
oil.
Okay, well, are you okay with making sandwiches and giving him sex whenever he wants?
Sex
I'm
is
okay with
crazy
the sex.
whenever
I'm
you
not
want.
sure. I be making really bad sandwiches.
So,
I don't feel like that.
so he's got to stick to his duties, but you don't have to necessarily fulfill yours.
That's
Isn't
right.
that kind of the equivalent of them doing
There you go.
something else?
That's why I wrote the book. Just wait. Thank you for all this point, bro. Holy goddamn, man. That's why I wrote the book, guys.
So tell me this: if he's doing all this, right? What do you bring to the table? Like, what do you bring to the household?
What am I bringing
Like,
to the?
why should I
I'm
keep you?
bringing in
My father
emotional
will-
support.
Emotional support,
Yes, unlimited sex.
unlimited sex,
A shoulder to cry on.
a cry on.
Lots of scratches.
So emotional and sex. Okay, what else?
Wait, I think is
Scratches,
the man we
emotional
have, is he
companionship.
making us, do we have to work? Because I think it's different. Your responsibilities if you have to
yeah,
work
if
or
I'm
if you
paying
don't
for
have
everything,
to
right?
work.
What do you bring other than like to the table?
I mean, that means we're basically home all day if we want to be. So
I mean,
keeping the house
At least,
clean,
yeah,
the kids.
cook.
I mean,
It
if he's
depends.
doing
Depends what we
everything,
provide.
I don't
Yeah.
mind like
Being
being
the-
a
not at
housewife.
all.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like
Would
equal
you quit
in
OnlyFans?
different senses.
Would I quit? Are you gonna pay me the same?
Yeah, sure.
Prenup.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
giving
for sure.
prenup.
I'm ready to stop doing OnlyFans. So,
Are you ready?
Yeah.
My nigga, you heard that right?
But yeah, that's why I wrote the book. I mean, it's kind of funny that she proved my point. The reason why is because a lot of women think, not to pick on you or anything, but they feel as though they're entitled to a traditional man that's going to take care of them, provide for them, provision for them, but they don't have to necessarily bring back that feminine nature and bring back their female duties. Like, well, you should take care of me and everything, but I don't necessarily have to give you sex whenever you want to make a sandwich. I can pick and choose when I want to be a lady. So my thing is I teach guys to not tolerate that. No offense. you
No
know,
offense
if
taken.
you're supposed to be a traditional guy at all times and be masculine and take care of your chick, well, she's supposed to be a lady at all times. That's the only way it's a fair deal.
I just have a question. How many
Sure.
guys do you know that actually do all that stuff? Though?
Right. Like, I think
there's
you're- I
not
think
a
you're-
lot of guys that do
Well, yeah,
that.
I mean, 100%. You're correct that masculinity is something that is quickly dwindling in the West. But I think a big part of that is because guys actually believe in the lie that men and women are the same.
So
Right.
I have a point. I
Yeah.
think a lot of men who are actually real provider men,
Yeah.
I think of ourselves like cats, you know, like, and like a lot, like, let's say you have a cute Pomeranian, right?
Yep.
The owner of the Pomeranian doesn't expect the Pomeranian to do anything, just to be cute and pet them, you know? And then he just wants the Pomeranian to be happy and comfortable. And I feel like that's the role I would play
Okay.
with a very
Like a trophy.
So
provided man.
It would be a
His joy would be to make me happy and comfortable and stress free. And I
Okay.
feel like a lot of men out there, provider men, would be more than satisfied with that.
So you don't have to necessarily do too much, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then. Let's have fun with this, right? If you're going to go down that road, would you be okay with him having multiple cats then?
Depends on the arrangement and the honesty in the relationship.
Because what I've realized is that when girls like are kind of with a guy and he's taking care of her, but they don't really offer too much in return,
Mhm.
that guy more than likely, because he has the resources to do so, will have multiple.
I feel like
girls,
a lot
or
of
cats
men-
in this case.
A lot of provider men are definitely like entitled to that. Whenever they provide to you for you, they're like, well, I can basically get to do whatever I want, you know. And I definitely don't think that's right. I definitely think, you know,
if the man is clear, you know, with that, you know, from the start, he shouldn't be like, okay, well,
Yeah.
you know, me and you're dating. Oh,
well, as long as the boundaries are clear and you're like, this is what I'm expecting and this is what I expect from you, and as long
Yeah.
as there's some type of agreement, I don't see what the problem is.
But is it a relationship at that point, or is it like some weird sugar
Absolutely.
baby arrangement?
It's not a sugar baby arrangement.
'Cause
If
you said
there's
arrangement,
love,
so I wasn't sure.
I feel like it's an arrangement because if you're complying to other women being in the relationship, then you're not in a relationship sentimentally wise. You're monetarily wise with that person.
plus
Especially
isn't
if you have
marriage an
to-
arrangement anyways?
I mean, yeah, but you
Make
get
that
married.
argument.
You get married with a person because you love them. You know, you don't get in an arrangement with a person because you love them. You get in an arrangement with somebody because you need something from them. Same. He needs sex. You need money.
Oh, I need sex in the family. Yeah.
Or he needs something else, companionship, support, or just a
Blowjobs.
pretty girl
Not
to be
every
by their
guy
side.
sings about
So you're
that.
okay.
Listen.
You're okay with sharing as long as you're provided for and he tells you up front.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. And are you going to be monogamous to him?
Absolutely not.
Oh wow.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
So that's
Absolutely
gonna be
not.
that's gonna be a deal breaker for 99% of men then.
Yeah.
That's
Just to be honest with you.
fine. There's the 1%, you know?
I mean, guys typically don't become successful and make that kind of money to take care of you and then have you go ahead and deal with other men. They're just gonna break up with you. probably.
Right.
That is true.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds great on paper, but
Right.
men don't become successful a lot of the times to get cheated on by a chick, and if they do, they'll tolerate it to a degree, and then they'll eventually get rid of you. Even people like Will Smith, people like that. I guarantee you, he's probably not taking Jada that serious anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
But anyway, anything else before Chris asks his question? Did you have something else or?
I have another question for you.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
What about you when you were training these men? What was it about your energy that made these men? What do you think made these men want to come to you for advice?
That's actually a pretty good question. Well, men are a lot different than women in the regard that for men to listen and take you seriously, they need to feel as though you're an actual capable leader and they can learn from you. So, your accomplishments speak for themselves, and then guys will go ahead and decide if they want to fall in line. So with me, right, luckily I got into YouTube when I was already like an adult after I had a career in law enforcement for a while. So, and then I had been training in the gym, lifetime natural athlete, entrepreneur, all this other stuff. So guys, I'm in a position a little bit older now, 33, where I'm able to dispense advice from a wisdom standpoint, and guys really like that. And I'm able to give a very, how do I say this, an unfiltered examination of how the world really works, because we live in this politically correct world nowadays where no one wants to tell men the truth of what it really takes. I tell guys all the time, you are not a woman that can sell feet pictures for $10K a month on OnlyFans. You can't do that. So you have to get out there and work. But a lot of people are scared to say stuff like that because that's considered misogynistic or sexist. But with men, you have to be
Misogyny.
very honest with them and be competent for
pretty
them
much.
to take you seriously. So very fortunate to have a good amount of supporters.
I just have one last question.
Yeah.
Are you single?
Yeah, for what?
Are you?
That nervous laugh.
Well, no. Well, I mean, the way I do it is I have multiple
The way
chicks.
you do it.
Yeah, he has like
Okay.
girls.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait. What
How
about
many?
He
you?
has like 3, 4.
What about you?
Yeah.
I'm
Are they
single,
all
but
treated equally?
I'm fucking.
Are they all, Myron? Are they all like treated equally? Like if you buy a girl a purse, do you buy the same girl like the same purse, or what do you do?
By
Like,
far of everything.
Well, it depends, right?
like you guys share the same purse.
No, because every girl is different and not all girls want the same thing. But
Okay.
like if she's a main girl,
Okay.
that she gets certain, preference. She gets certain privileges that other girls aren't going to get.
So what makes her the main girl
Yeah.
from all the girls if they're all offering the same thing?
Sorry.
This guy. Bro.
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, it depends. Every guy has different criteria, right? Some guys are very strict on looks. Some guys are very strict on her past. Whatever. Every guy has different criteria. But for me, I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. I mean, I don't know if you want to go into all
What's
that.
your
I kinda
criteria for a woman?
Yeah.
I kind of do.
Wait, who's asking?
She asked.
Her?
Dark
Yeah,
pop.
what are y'all's criteria for a woman that would be worthy to like lock down?
Don't be a hoe.
What qualifies you as a hoe?
Also,
Yeah.
you're-
What's
Yeah,
your
what's a hoe?
qualifier?
Yeah.
of a
For
hoe?
example, if I was dating you, I would not let you go on a girls trip with two of your friends.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah,
It would
so-
never last.
But
You see?
what makes you think
That's
she's
why you're
gonna do
single.
Like,
weird
why?
shit?
Like, what do you think we're doing on these girls trips?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think you're
Because I
No,
fuck
no,
girls like you
seriously.
who come here in Miami for girls
You
trip.
don't fuck girls like
I
me.
don't think so.
Let me ask you this, and just so we can get, because I'll get the read on the room, then you can ask your
All right,
question.
cool.
How many of you think it's appropriate for you to go on a girls trip to a foreign location when you have a boyfriend at home? Raise your hands if you think it's okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
do you think
Everybody
when
needs
you're
their
fucking,
break.
like-
Now you
Okay,
have, okay,
but-
go ahead, ask your question. Now
No,
they all
but-
think it's appropriate. So
Also,
go ahead.
ask how many guys have we slept with on our trip, and we've been here for 5 days or 4 days or however many.
I mean,
None.
4
We
days
haven't
is-
hooked up with anyone. Like we're
Haven't
not
texted
here.
anyone.
So
Yeah.
in my experience, born and raised in County Dade, I'm 35 years old. I've seen a lot, even to a point where I shouldn't say this, but I was like 25, and there was like a bachelorette party, and damn, should I sit on camera? No.
Yeah, go ahead, man. You already started.
Yo,
Don't
yeah,
do it.
yeah. Don't
You already started.
All right, so if you're watching, nigga, like your girl isn't faithful. So yeah, so I fucked the bride, bro. Like the whatever is
Oh,
what it
shit.
is, man. And
How long ago was this?
Bridesmaid?
it was like 10 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah,
they
whatever.
forgot about that already.
Hey, listen, and I see girls do many things. They will get a guy's number, and then they say, "Hey, listen, I'm going to," like even recent, like 2 years ago, I had a girl. She left her friends from the club to come stay with me, and for like 3 days, and then her sister actually and her sister's boyfriend, they left her. And they flew back up north, and she was with me for like 2 extra days. So I see it all. And you go, yeah, we're not doing shit. Da, 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 da. But, I'm looking around right now. It's like, listen, I see red flags. And right, look at her. You got piercings like this.
I mean, honestly,
tattoos. But listen,
but that's
hey,
just my
God-
personality. It fits me.
No, it's fine. But I love girls like that because they're very spicy, and it's
There's
like it's a one
reason
night
for
stand.
it. There's like a reason.
That's
why
fine. I don't care about the reason. I'm still fucking. But not me, you. But like girls like that, I see. So it's like
I feel like it's appropriate for you to take breaks, to go on a trip with their girls. Like,
you
I
need
feel like
it.
you need
Wait,
to
wait, wait.
open
It's
that
what you
door.
did.
If you're with your man all the time,
Yeah.
you're gonna get worn out and you're gonna fight all the time.
You need space to miss
No,
somebody.
absolutely have
Right.
space,
Honestly.
but why do you need to go? Well, you know
gonna
what?
go alone?
How about this?
Well,
Let's go. Let's have fun
would
with
you
this.
guys go on a trip?
Hold on, no, because with women you got to kind of use analogies. So let's go into a drum roll real fast, right? Thank you.
Here we go.
Let's say, right, me and you are in a relationship hypothetically, right? And I'm going to go to the nightclub and hang out. However, at this nightclub, there's going to be women that are more attractive than you. They're going to be in an abundance. They're going to be offering me free drinks. They're going to be bringing me to their section. They're going to be offering to fly me around and give me money and hook up with me, right? For nothing more than the fact that I'm there and I'm attractive.
It's what you do in that
Hold
situation.
on.
Sorry,
I have a response for that.
Hold on.
Me too.
Triggered immediately.
As soon as I go into this scenario, I'm going to have all these options of women that are better looking than you, that have more
Yeah.
money than you, that have more status than you, that can offer me certain things that you might not be able to offer, right?
Okay.
Would you genuinely want me to go to this environment that could be destructive to our relationship? Yes or no?
Yes.
You're basing
So
your
we're supposed to be
you're
locked
basing your
Hold
whole
on, one at a
analogy.
time. Yes or no? Realistically, having an honest conversation with yourself, do you think, would you feel okay with me going to this location knowing that there's going to be better looking women that are going to give me money, that are going to fly me out, give me free liquor, and want to fuck me? Would you be okay with me going?
So like basic answer, no.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, because
be
it
okay.
depends on what you do in the situation, and
Yeah,
you're basing our
what I
relationship
mean.
on the fact that you're physically attracted to me, and that's it. So you're saying that these bitches are I'm not
No, you're fine, go
right? That these girls are more attractive or whatever. So is that all you want? Like
I'll
we're
give
only
you
together?
a chance to explain, but you're saying you'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Knowing that. Okay,
yeah.
what about you?
I'd be okay with
You
that.
okay with it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're gonna
Interesting.
open the door for a person to fail. If they want to fail, that's their decision.
Exactly.
Please.
Yeah.
Like,
you're-
that's
so
a
you're
good
okay
Shows
with it.
me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where loyalty comes
about
in.
you?
I'd be definitely okay with it. A relationship is all about trust, you know. And if
Interesting.
I don't got it like that, then go find better.
Okay. Let me ask you this. If you worked really hard, saved up $200,000, and you bought a Lamborghini, okay?
Vroom vroom.
Would you feel comfortable parking it in the hood? Yes or no?
Would I feel comfortable? Depends if I need to be in the hood, then I would take my chances.
I have insurance.
No, you don't need to. You don't need to be there, but you're just parking it there
Insurance,
anyway. Hold on. You don't need to be there, but you're parking it there anyway. Would you feel
Why?
okay with that?
Would I
Yes or
feel
no?
okay to park my Lamborghini in
Yeah.
the hood?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes or no question?
no.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I got insurance. And if I have money till I get a Lambo, I'll just buy another one.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd be okay with parking your Lambo there?
Yeah, it's very
If you have no
situational.
choice,
Like, why am I there?
Yeah. Like if you have no choice,
I gotta
you're
go to
gonna.
Philly for something.
Right.
I gotta
My
park
friend lives
car
in Philly.
real
I'm
quick.
gonna go to my friend's house.
Your answers are very, very interesting, ladies. And I know why they're giving these answers, but we'll get into that in a second. All right, what about you?
Love
I mean,
Would you feel comfortable parking your Lambo in the hood?
Well, respectfully, yeah, I got a Kia and I live in Philly. Like, I'm already at risk all the time. I'm already in
But, like,
danger.
you're not safe just because you live in a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make
That's
you.
right.
You're safer.
Debatable.
Not really.
Not really.
I mean,
If anything, you're more of a target.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
this is a
that's
very,
good.
this is a really good example of privilege is invisible to those that have it. So women don't have to work for their value to attract the opposite gender, but men do. So it's easy for you guys to speak from a privileged position of never really having to build yourself up. You know, you don't have to worry about building up your looks, building up your status, building up your money, and working really hard to achieve a certain level before the opposite gender recognizes you. Men, we have to build our value. Women are given their value. So for you guys, you're speaking from a position of privilege where it's like, oh yeah, I got insurance on it. I'll get another one, blah, blah, blah. Not knowing how hard it is to get a Lamborghini in the first place. So in other words, it's not easy for a guy to get a girlfriend. It's not easy for a man to get a hot girl. So if he gets her, he's going to be territorial to some degree with that woman. But, you know, for you guys, you don't look at it that way because women don't necessarily earn their value with attracting the opposite gender. So it's easy for you guys to say, oh, I let them go, trust, yeah, all this other stuff. Because you don't have any skin in the game. But once you have skin in the game, I promise you, your mindset would change a lot. But again, your answers are very indicative of female answers that don't understand the struggle of the male experience.
Well,
But, sorry.
I have a point to make to you. Didn't
Sure.
you say that society is backwards and that basically all this shit like feminism and all this stuff, technically since our society is now women have to stand up more and now they're providing for their men, technically now we do have to prove our value. Because in society, now things are kind of more balanced.
But you guys fail to realize you guys give us our value.
Right.
And
And
you
think
guys are the
about-
reason why we are the way we are.
And how much work we even put into that value, quote unquote. Like, what are you saying? My looks? Like, we came here all dolled up? Like,
Exactly. And,
No,
and
a
also like
woman-
our appearance, like taking care of
basically-
ourselves is expensive.
I understand that, but what I'm trying to explain is that when a woman turns 18 years old, right, and she's attractive, she effectively has the world at her fingertips. It's up to her how she wants to move with that, right? Some girls are smart and they get married young to a successful guy and they're able to build a family and, you know, they were able to cash out their chips while they were up, and then other women kind of want to play the game and stay in the casino a little bit longer, and then they wait till they're in their 30s and then they're not able to get the same caliber of guy that they were able to get 10 years prior. So it's up to the girl to kind of spend her money the way she wants, but I always kind of liken it to women being trust fund babies and men are self-made millionaires. So women get their money up front.
Right.
But
So-
I would also say 18 years old me looks completely different than what I look like now.
Right.
My attractiveness, that's kind of how I built myself up over the years. I wasn't like, 18, beauty queen, like standing
Yeah,
here.
but there's,
that's
there's
my question, by the way.
biological indicators that just make a woman inherently attractive.
Right.
Once they
you
hit
know, between
18.
18 and 24. Like I know some girls say, well, I'm more hot at 27, you know, because you're looking at other things, but men and women are very different. What men find beautiful and what men are most attracted to might not necessarily align with what women find attractive. Does that
But I
make
think
sense?
you're talking about physical appearance again, and even my mindset shifting from
But that's
like
the
going from
predominant
18
actually.
to 23.
But physical appearance is the predominant
It's what you notice
category
first.
that
What you
men
see
look
first.
But
at.
that's
Sure.
your
Okay, for women.
opinion,
Yeah.
you know. A lot of I wouldn't want to marry a guy who wants to marry an 18-year-old. You know what I mean?
That's,
Yeah,
I mean, but
yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
My
yeah.
brain is not even developed
hold
yet.
on. That's that's not an opinion. That's a fact. Men universally prefer women between 18 and 24.
That's
not
not
just
true. I disagree.
Wait.
Why,
Sorry,
though?
ladies. Actually, that was my question of tonight. So, ladies, do you think women over 35 should be taken seriously for a long-term relationship
Yes.
with a high-value
Absolutely.
man?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
you
Well,
girls
how old are
what?
you?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Like you're asking
You
for
girls are what? What's the
I'm
oldest?
almost
22.
30 years old.
Okay, so 29 and you're
22.
okay.
23.
22.
23.
So should a guy take it seriously if you're single and then you're 35?
Men do take me seriously.
A
And
high value guy, like
a
should-
high
should
value
you really-
fucking man. I know many
Okay.
high value men
But why?
who would actually think it's disgusting to date such a girl whose brain is not even developed yet.
Stop the cap.
Okay. How about you?
I feel like
Merch.
it all has to come with like comparison to mindset. You know, if you feel like you're compatible with a 19-year-old, go ahead, marry her. But if
Okay.
you feel like you're not compatible, like mentally wise, like goal wise or family oriented wise, then don't. But honestly, some girls, okay, yeah, they marry at 19. What? To be separated or divorced at what, 25, 26? And now you just like lost value because you were already married and divorced.
Okay.
You know, so it all depends.
I'd argue a woman that got married young and gets divorced later on has more value than a girl that's been single that entire time.
Wait, what makes a girl valuable?
Why
though?
is that?
Exactly.
See?
What?
There you go. Here we go. Like, see, this is.
I'm confused.
Okay.
this is
I
the
was
disconnect.
saying I
See-
was saying that comment because I've lived through it. That I've seen women marry this person from the ground where they have nothing, and then that person gets
Speak to the mic.
successful. Oh, that person gets successful, and then they leave her for a younger girl.
All right, hold on. Let me ask y'all a question because this is gonna really these answers you guys are giving is very telling. So, who do you think has more value in the dating marketplace? A girl that was married at, let's say, 18 and gets divorced at 25 and was with that guy the whole time, or a girl that's 25 years old that was single those 7
So you're
years?
saying values the fact that
I
she
don't
fucked
view
the wrong
that
guy.
as her shit
Hold
together.
on. Please answer the question.
I don't view the dating
men.
scene as marketplace.
That's where. Okay. Anyway.
It's not a shopping spree.
It is. We are all here competing to a degree. That's just how it is. Because if you want a man, you're especially a guy that's more attractive, that by definition means you're taking him from another female, which means you're in competition, whether you want to accept it or not. There's not enough good-looking, attractive men that have their shit
That
together
is
to go
true.
around.
You're right about
So-
that.
There's
So if you
always
have
going to be
one,
competition.
So if you have
always.
one, by definition, you took him from someone else.
Yeah.
So let's go back to what I was saying. Who do you think has more value in the dating marketplace? Okay. A 25-year-old woman that was single those 7 years from 18 to 25, or a woman that was married those years and got divorced at 25? Who do you think is going to be more attractive to the man? I don't care about your opinion.
Does she have kids
What do
or
you-
no?
No kids. We'll start here. Or work our way around.
I think the single one.
The single one, okay. What about you?
Same. Single one.
Wow.
The
Okay.
one who's never been with someone.
Yeah.
The one that was single the whole time.
Yes.
What about you?
Single.
What about you?
The girl, single girl.
Wow, you guys are all dead wrong. Incredible.
Well, can I
This,
ask you a question?
this goes to show.
Opinion.
I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Most women don't really know what men want.
No.
Yeah.
That-
We don't.
that-
You guys don't know what you want.
Zero clue.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
You guys don't know what you want.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Like men, right? Like this is the thing, right? So like with men, if a man doesn't understand what women want, there's a consequence. You're not attractive. Girls don't take you seriously. They don't want to date you. You're basically involuntary celibate. Women, on the other hand, they might not understand men, but it doesn't matter because guys are going to come up to them anyway. Ladies, if I was to ask most guys, they would prefer to be with the girl that was married at one point and got divorced and doesn't have kids versus the girl that was single all those years. Because we know if she was married all that time,
Yeah.
she probably wasn't around doing, being promiscuous. The likelihood of her being promiscuous goes
cheat.
down.
See, but I thought of
cheat
it
in
more
marriage.
as like
But
if you were.
No
A
comment.
girl that's been single for 7 years is a huge red flag versus
Yeah.
a girl that was married for a prolonged period of time and ended up divorcing the guy.
What about if it's a
See,
girl that's been
because
in
you're assuming-
relationships and is not willing to settle for this person,
Well, knowing the way that modern day women date, a lot of the times, there'll be flings here, there'll be a relationship here, maybe a one night stand
Bad
here,
boys,
girl
you know
strips
what I'm
here, blah, blah,
saying?
blah. Like in that 7 year span, she probably had more interactions with the opposite gender than the woman that was married to the guy. So a better candidate that men would preferably pick is probably the woman that was married for 7 years that wasn't single and on the market for all that time.
Yeah.
But that's your concern is that she was sleeping around during those 7 years, but that was prior to you.
Yeah, why does that
even
matter?
if
it matters?
Yeah. I
a
mean,
hoe in
and
high
again,
school.
we're implying
Okay, hold
that
on,
she
let me
was-
ask you a question.
Well,
Stop the
one second.
show.
Hold on.
Hold on,
Hold
hold
on.
on,
Hold
hold
on.
on.
Because I wasn't. Hold on.
You gotta finish
Because
your
you're-
point.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
finish
finish
your
my
point.
point because you're assuming that she's going around sleeping with people, but like as someone who is single, the last time I hooked up with a guy was months ago. Because
Stop the cap.
No,
No,
it's true.
yeah,
She actually said it backstage.
yeah.
She said it
Yeah.
backstage.
She's not
I
lying.
work
Yeah.
so many hours in the week, and then I go to the gym. Like, I take care of myself. When you're young, you want to build yourself up
Yeah.
to get these high value men, because if I'm taking care of myself, I'll be able to attract somebody who's the same way. So
Okay.
I'm not going around, even in Miami, like that wasn't our concern. We were in the club, we were hanging out with each other. Like, you can ask Charlie, he's back
Charlie.
there somewhere. Like,
He's
we were, the
weird.
three of us were just like in our own little world, in our own little bubble, not with men, not talking to guys, not trying to
Are you bi?
fuck someone. Am I bi? No.
Okay, so this is a perfect example of solipsism, which means the world kind of revolves around me. Do you think other women are exercising that discipline that you're exercising?
But you're thinking
Hold on,
that
hold on.
women
Answer
are
the
all
question.
the same.
I'm not saying that, but you think most women that are doing the things that we described are not having sex?
Are you able to speak for most women? Like, do you have a statistic somewhere that
The
says
world-
most
the world
women go to the
operates-
club and fuck someone?
The world operates on generalities typically. So what I'm asking you simply is that,
Okay.
do you think most women that live that kind of lifestyle are as disciplined as you?
I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
speak for most women.
Okay, well the answer is no, which is
But-
why you're
But
flexing
how
it
do
right
you,
now.
But how do you
know that?
know?
The
That's my
answer-
question: is how do
Be-
you know?
Because when a girl, right, it's just numbers. If a girl's going out all the time, she's around men all the time, she's partying, she's doing things, blah blah blah. The likelihood of her getting into sexual interactions with men goes up significantly based on the interactions that she has with men. It's just simple numbers. So I know what you're saying. Well, I'm disciplined. I'm not necessarily hooking up with the guys that I meet at the club, blah blah. Cool. That might be
three
you.
of us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her
fantastic.
choice.
That's her
Fantastic. But let me tell you this: just because you guys don't doesn't mean most girls that come to Miami aren't.
But we're also not
Can I
speaking
say
for
something,
those
though?
girls either.
I
Like,
think-
this is us talking.
Yeah,
about
I get that,
us.
but you got to
Yeah.
understand that your personal experience might not necessarily be indicative of how things
Right,
go.
but then their personal
Same as
experience
hers.
isn't
But
indicative
you're-
of ours either.
Wait, but can
Like,
I
you can't compare us just because of them.
But
when we're
also,
telling you.
I think girls would rather hook up with the same person over and over
Yeah,
and over than get new
than
bodies
another guy,
every
yeah.
single
Definitely
time.
sex is
like a
better
Russian
with someone you
your
know.
biggest concern should be the girl going back to the same guy rather than the girl going to other
But that
people.
does not change the
I've-
fact that girls go on girls trips and do certain things to open themselves up to other potential mates that might be of higher status or whatever. Girls like to go to travel, go to different places because they're kind of
So am
able
I
to.
supposed to be
Wait,
loved that?
wait,
wait, wait,
but
wait.
we wouldn't have to do that if you guys were doing your job.
Like, there's guys in Philly. I don't have to
No,
go
it's
to a
not
new
even about
city
the
to find
job-wise.
someone to hook up with.
Here,
Just because
here's the
I'm in a
problem.
relationship,
Look,
I need to be locked up.
ladies. When we're having conversations, we're talking about generalities. Just because you guys might not do something doesn't mean that other women aren't.
Correct.
Most girls that come to Miami on a girls trip are coming here to get fucked. Just because you guys aren't does not necessarily mean
Most
that a
girls.
I think
majority
you're
of women-
projecting.
Are you in the
Yes.
airport?
That-
I'm
that-
projecting.
but
You're
that does not
projecting.
mean- can you please stop interrupting? But that does not necessarily mean just because you're not doing it doesn't mean that a majority of women aren't coming here to do it.
Yeah.
But how do you know that is my question.
Because-
where are you getting that from?
Yeah.
Who
It's
told you
giving
that
social
the
media.
majority of women that are coming to Miami are coming here to get fucked? I don't think so.
No.
You don't think
Is it
so?
just is it Miami specifically, you think, or is it just girls trip in general? Like, what if we were going to
Typically, when
I don't
girls
know,
go on
Ohio.
girls trips to Miami, Las Vegas, Nashville,
So it's the
any of these
city.
party cities, right?
yeah.
In a group,
it's a party city?
they're
period.
there to party and have a good time, and sex is a component of that. Now, just because you guys might not do that doesn't necessarily mean that other girls won't. Let's say 10 girls go on girls trips, right? In different
Yeah.
groups. Your group might not do it, but the other 7 or 8 probably will be doing it.
So as a guy, you're going into a club. How do you know which girl is or isn't? Like,
I mean, just talk
I mean,
to them.
that's-
If-
yeah.
if-
Right.
Can you
if-
see it on the rate?
if-
Like, can you see it in
said-
her eyes?
So going back to what you were saying, Chris, sorry to interrupt, is you were looking around the room when you're seeing the red flags. So looking at us three and what I just told you, you wouldn't have known that by looking at us, would you? So that's you're saying that's what it takes is the conversation.
basically if I'm in a club, right, and I see you like you're 3, right, and I
Yeah.
see like a bunch of girls, right, talk to the girls, like, you know, I've built my value up or whatever. She mentioned that you know, most girls want to fuck one guy or a high value guy.
Yeah.
So it's like guys will see signs, right? So hey, what's your number? What's going on? And guys would hit up every girl. Hey, what are you up to? What are you up to? What are you up to? What? And then whoever bites, like a fisherman. Like if I'm throwing a cast, and then whoever bites,
That's
yeah,
what it
like
is.
we're fucking. And
Right.
you know, lo and behold, like I've had to, you know, double book and hey Chris, where are you? I had a girl over, like, yeah, I'm busy. I see you, and that's what happens. But I've worked hard to get to a certain point where I can double book, more or less, because there was one point where I was not fucking Miami for at least 2 years.
So
Right.
question for you: do you think more often than not women do bite? So everybody that you meet at the
Oh
club.
yeah, because you know, at the end of the day, if you're in a club with your girls and then you know you don't want to be bought at the club, because if I had a section and I see you and then I'm like trying to, you know, talk to you or whatnot, and you're like, nah, yeah, whatever, it's bitch, get out my section, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's more or less you would definitely fall into the guy who's trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing too. Like I get it. You guys are saying, well, not every girl that comes to Miami wants to. Here's the thing. Let's just use common sense here. If you're drinking alcohol, you're around your friends. Maybe there's drugs involved. You're around guys that have money and status, right? And these guys are looking to smash. And you know that, okay, if we don't give it up, they're probably going to kick us out their section, or I won't be allowed to have certain experiences. Yeah. That happens a lot of times because a lot of guys that come here are on some type of timing. So if you don't want to do it and you're not interested, you might get kicked out the section. So a lot of girls will be like, you know what, man, we're here to have fun, etc. We're going to make it happen. So does every group of girls come here just to get smashed? No. But I would argue a staggering majority definitely do come here to be able to have fun without discretion, right? Without being judged or whatever. And it is what it is. I mean, just because y'all don't do it doesn't mean that a majority of girls aren't doing it.
So these guys that are at the clubs and they're buying these sections purposely to get women into them, are these those high value guys that you're talking about? Like, would a high value man go to a club just to fill it with like 15 bitches that he might fuck maybe one or two or three?
Some might, yeah. Some guys might want to come down here on vacation.
Okay, so
what's your definition of a high value man?
High value man versus high value woman. Because in my head, if I want to date a high value man, it would not be a guy that I met through a club because he's trying to fill it up with a bunch of girls. A man that I would consider high value would not do that.
Yeah, why are you in the club?
Yeah, why in the club?
To have fun with the girls.
Nothing to do with the play. But would a high value man be in the club?
Hell yeah, to fuck bitches.
No. So a high value man would not care about fucking a bunch
because
of
a high value man buys for the table.
Well, another thing too, you got to remember is that there's no such thing as a high value woman on her own. A high value woman is deemed high value from being with a high value man.
That's insanity.
It's insanity.
So I have you say
it's very simple.
A woman who can get stuff on her own.
Hold on, finish your sentence, please. So you're saying a high value woman? That's not a thing.
There's no such thing as a high value woman unless she's attached to a high value man.
Right.
And the reason for that is because all women have value, but not all men have value. Women are given their value up front, so therefore a high value woman only exists if she's with a high value guy. There's a reason why a woman wants to get married and take a man's last name and not the other way around.
Wait, you're very avoidant of the question.
Wait,
what is a high value woman?
Yeah.
I just told you, a woman that can lock down a high value man.
What is a high value man?
Yeah, I need description characteristics. It's just a high value woman is just someone who can lock down a high.
It's just because she's with a high value man.
A high value woman is a woman that is locked down by a high value man.
So you're telling me that I can't be a high value woman because I'm single?
Yeah, no.
Not at all.
Not even
really.
that girl has her own business or
because your job,
going on.
Well, men don't care about a woman's accolades and ability to create resources. Men typically don't care about that. Let's be honest here.
But I take care of myself.
I mean, I feel like it should matter to a certain point.
Do we operate on should, could, or what is?
No, because
you're saying hypotheticals here.
If you have a girl that takes care of her own with her own business, her own education and
men
stuff.
don't care about that.
So what do men care about?
Yeah, let us know.
Things that you guys are conveniently trying to avoid that we're describing. For example, I just gave you guys the girl that was married, right, from 18 to 25, right, versus the girl that was single from 18 to 25. The woman that was married during that period of time is going to be more attractive to a majority of men because it was predictable what she was doing in that span of time. Who knows? Because maybe she was being a hoe without on the side and they didn't know. But on paper, she's more attractive than the woman that was single for 7 years because we know how women tend to operate when they're single for a prolonged period of time. And I look at it as a red flag. Wait, hold on. You're pretty and you've been single for 7 years. You weren't able to get a guy to commit to you? Yeah, something's wrong with you. Because a woman's job...
Who hurt you?
Here's the thing. A man's job is to attain the girl. The girl's job is to retain the man. So if a girl can't keep a boyfriend, that's very indicative of her ability to be a good mother, be a good girlfriend, maybe potentially be a good wife. So if she can't keep a guy, that's a big red flag to me.
So you're saying a woman that's dressed nicely is
a woman's job to keep the man.
It's equal as a woman that's dressed, really bad. So when you see a girl at a club, you see a girl really nicely well dressed with her jewels on, and then you see another girl dressed up.
Why is she in the club?
No, I said club like as a regular random.
Let me address her thing before her. You don't think it's a woman's job to keep the guy?
No.
I think it's
an equal thing. Yeah, it's equal. Both to make each other happy.
I think. Going back to what you were saying.
Let me ask you this: are there more attractive women or attractive men?
Attractive women.
But women also put more effort.
For sure, there's more attractive women than men.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's more attractive women than attractive men.
Definitely.
So obviously, if you look at the law of supply and demand, that means that the man is in demand because there's less of him. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, who has the leverage?
It's not about that though.
We're going to see. This is what I mean when I say women lack logic.
No.
So supply and demand. No. Hold on. if there are more beautiful women than attractive men.
But why is beauty what you're going after? There should.
I mean,
be
it's
more
the first thing that you see from a person,
That's
though.
because that's the main.
It's the first thing that you see from a person.
God fucking damn.
It has
Yo,
beauty.
men and women are not the same. Men value beauty. Women value competence and confidence and ambition. We're not the same.
Yeah.
Men don't give a shit about a woman's ability to earn money, her status, her resources. Men typically don't care about this. What comes first is her femininity and her beauty and her youth and her chastity. That's what men care about.
And
Okay.
that's-
So now that we figured out what men actually want, do you think that there's more women that have these traits or more men that have the other traits that I explained? There's obviously more women that have the traits that I was talking about. So therefore, there's less men to go around, which means the men have the leverage. So what I'm saying is that if you got a guy that's a winner, it's your job to keep him because there's more beautiful women than there are higher status men that are attractive. So the man has the leverage. So it's your job to keep the guy. That's why I look at a girl, if she's not able to keep a guy, she's effectively a failure.
So a high value man can go into a club and be high value and have a night with his boys, and he can be high value, but a girl that's just dancing with her friends is not high value just because she's at the club.
A component that men find attractive in women is chastity, okay? And her image. A girl going to the club and hanging out and twerking with her friends or doing whatever she does, it'll hurt her image.
Oh, wait, so tell me.
Wait,
Sorry, pause. Why can't you do that with your girls at home?
I do that at home.
Wait, so you're
saying women should be locked inside?
With my husband there.
I do CDJs at home.
He's the bottle service.
I have dance parties at my house, but sometimes being at home, it's like you can't stay at home because it'll feel claustrophobic. And sometimes those girls want to see new music, support our friends.
Sometimes I just
what
want to
if
be
our
called
friends
pretty.
are artists? Like me as a musician, for example, I have friends who play DJ sets, and I just want to support.
Yeah, but it's not about you though. Like most girls, like for example, right? I just want to go out to a club, dance with my girls, boom, boom, boom. Like, why can't you do that shit at home?
Let me tell you, most girls don't go. Okay, go ahead.
In Hialeah, that these girls, they stay at home. They're like, okay, they go to the backyard and they chill and they stay at home. And if you notice, they have they stay together with their man. But most girls, and especially in South Beach, they be in clubs and they got a man at home. Like, why is that? And I see them just leave the club with club promoters. They leave with blue check artists. I see them all the time.
It must not be a dream at home, because if they were happy at home, then they would stay at home with their man.
No, but
why isn't their man taking them out?
No, the thing is, they're happy at home, but the man isn't taking them out because the nigga has to work. Like, think about it, right? Because come on, man, he's working, he's paying your bills and shit. Oh, baby, can I come? It's Monday night. Let's go out to a club. This nigga's tired, man.
Well, I feel like, if you're dating a high value man and it's a Monday night, you would be considerate of his schedule. You know what I mean?
But most girls are.
Okay.
Saturday night.
What about you? You were trying to say something before. I want to make sure you get your piece in. No, her.
Okay. Me?
Yeah, you were saying something about business accolades, something like that.
I mean, like, because I was saying, you're saying business, like the value of a woman comes with, their chastity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. So if a girl has her own business, has her own thing going on, you said that it didn't matter. Why doesn't it matter?
Because if I had a woman that made $500,000 a year, but she was on OnlyFans, or maybe she had a promiscuous past and everything else like that, right? But she made $500,000 a year and she had a business, versus I got a girl that's at McDonald's that's a virgin. I'm taking the virgin every single day.
So, okay. So you're gonna take that, but at the same time,
hold on. No.
At the same time, women.
Let that sink in. Hold on. Let that sink in. A woman that's an entrepreneur making $500,000 a year, that's on OnlyFans. That might.
Why OnlyFans? Why is that the only way a woman can make money?
Her own business?
What if I own a boutique? I sell cute little T-shirts.
All right, whatever it is. A boutique, OnlyFans. It could be sex work. It could be entrepreneur.
Don't go back to. How am I supposed to take care of myself?
How many women are actually sex workers?
It doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to make is, you take that girl that's making $500,000 a year, that's an entrepreneur, that's successful, and then you take a girl working at McDonald's that's 21, that's a virgin. Most guys are going to opt for the girl that works at McDonald's.
That's insane.
Why? Rephrase your question.
Not most guys, honestly.
Forget the OnlyFans. You just asked all of us.
Some guys are going to be like, okay, not most guys, because I feel like some guys are going to be like, oh, I don't want like a broke bitch. I want a girl that's in her money.
Wait, no, why? Because you're about your money. Because you said earlier, you said, "Oh, what if a bitch? I'm a boss bitch. I have this going on." And a guy knows that. No.
I did not say that.
That's what you said. Well, guys, the same vibe you have, right? Guys know that shit. You know what? She's a boss bitch. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say just to fuck you, and then they fuck you and they fucking leave you afterwards. They pump and dump you.
So what makes you think that I don't want to fuck him and dump him also?
I mean,
I can't have casual sex just like you guys do.
Oh yeah, listen, if we still fucking, I win.
We're both getting an orgasm though.
Okay, women can't sport fuck like men can. Like, look,
we're both winning.
I get what you're saying, but like, women are not built to sport fuck like men can. Like, you might be able to have casual sex here and there, but you can't do it to the same level as a man without having emotional attachment. Sex is very emotional for most women, and they have issues with it. Okay, so you can say, "Oh, well, I can have casual sex too." That's fantastic, but you can't do it at the same level as a guy.
I have heard that before.
Okay, all right.
So
Let's try.
So since women are not built for casual sex, that's why men have an issue with women that have a lot of casual sex, because we know that y'all are not built for it.
You're not.
It goes against your very nature. You can bring one kid to term per year. I could bring many kids. I could bust nuts everywhere, but you can only bring one kid to term per year.
Everywhere.
Women are way more sexually selective than men are. So when a girl is promiscuous or a slut, guys don't like that. That's why I'm telling you, if a girl makes $500,000 a year and she's super successful, but she has a shady past, a man's going to go for that 21-year-old that works at McDonald's that's a bum but a virgin, because men value purity in women.
Yeah.
Wait, but I just want to say, like, I think we're stepping into like a generation of guys who expect girls to have money and pay for them and to do a lot of things. It's not the same anymore.
And do you want those guys? Hold on.
Sassy.
Did you not say earlier that those guys aren't attractive?
Correct.
Okay then. So who cares?
But you keep
But
also
The men that you guys want, the guys that you think are super masculine, dominant, attractive, assertive, etc., those guys want girls that aren't hoes.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, I agree. But you keep saying that for your analogy, it's either the McDonald's worker who's 21 years old and is a virgin, but every time you go to the other option, you add in that noting that like she sleeps around or she has a shady past. You keep assuming she may.
But it's like
you're right. It's very hypothetical.
It's definitely red flags though. It's red flags more or less.
So if you're gonna make a hypothetical scenario like that, it has to be either a 21-year-old McDonald's worker who's a virgin.
I'm using extremes to demonstrate the point.
But it's not. What's the extreme on the other side? Is that
the extreme is to show you that men don't care about a woman's ability to provide security and resources. That's why I'm using that example.
Is what you're saying out of that analogy, out of that scenario?
The scenario I'm giving is to display men's lack of care for a woman's ability to create resources.
So you would choose a girl that's sleeping in her car than a girl that has her own apartment and her own stuff going on.
If the girl is a man will go ahead and deal with a girl that's absolutely broke if she has a clean past.
Yeah. My point is, you keep saying that.
How are you going to disagree with what men want?
Why would you even approach it?
I think it doesn't make sense.
Are you a dude?
Are you a man?
Maybe I was.
It's incredible to me how I'm telling you, like I'm telling women what men want, and then they're sitting here telling me like, oh, it shouldn't be that way. Or that's not true.
Isn't that the podcast is for though, to like share our viewpoints?
Right.
No.
And there's only two of you guys, so
but your viewpoints are incorrect.
Yeah.
No, but that's what.
But you can't say that.
I mean, yours are correct in your mind, but ours are correct in our mind.
Literally. But he asked earlier, like, would you fuck a certain type of guy, and then you was like, no. So he knows you better than you know yourself.
Disagree.
Wait, but I also
disagree? Okay.
I think as a girl, if a guy tells you, I mean, we're kind of talking about this earlier, but I think as a guy, if he says that he slept around with all these women, to me, that's also unattractive.
Yeah, but most girls won't break up with him though.
Won't break up with him.
Yeah,
I won't even start the relationship to begin with. Like, you told me you have all these bodies in the past couple of years.
So when you're in a club around, So
wait, hold on. Do you think a woman that has sex with a bunch of men is the same as a man who has sex with a bunch of women?
Well, you just said in your analogy, you're saying that
I'm asking you, do you think it's the same?
Say that one more time. So,
do you think a woman that's had sex with a lot of men is the equivalent to a man that's had sex with a lot of women?
Yeah. It's unattractive on both ends.
Yeah, there you go. That's where this fallacy is coming from.
I wouldn't want a man who slept around with a bunch of bitches the same way you wouldn't want a woman who slept around with a bunch of men. For you specifically. To other people, that might not matter. Because I know people who are like, I don't care about body.
This is incredible. They really are unaware.
No, yeah, I know.
This is wild.
I know. This is why.
So,
I mean, it all comes
You do
preference.
realize that for a man to have sex with a lot of women, he's got to have value, correct?
Okay. But for a woman to have sex with a lot of men,
it takes no skill.
No value?
No skill.
Nah,
you can literally go into a club. Like, come on, man.
It's way easier for us to get laid.
Like, divorce your feelings from the conversation. Let's have a real conversation here. Think about it. Let's use logic and common sense. Why are hoes admonished? because it's easy for them to have sex and they don't exercise any discretion. However, why are men that have sex with a lot of women respected? Because it's difficult to attract women and have sex with them as a man. Men have to provide value to be attractive to get the girl. Women just exist and they get the guy. So women that exercise sexual temperance are considered high value, right? Or excuse me, are considered valuable to men, and men that can have sex with a lot of women are considered valuable in society because it's not easy for men to get laid. You guys can go into a club right now, all of y'all, and some dude will still talk to you. If I go into the club and go, I'm going to get arrested. So it's like you cannot sit there and conflate female sexuality to male sexuality. If a man's having sex with a lot of women, he's doing something right by definition. If a woman's having sex with a bunch of dudes, she's doing something wrong by definition.
Correct.
So, but don't you say that there's more attractive men to women ratio, and there's more women than
No,
men,
there's more
period.
attractive women to men.
He said woman.
More attractive women.
Yeah.
Sorry. More attractive women to
Yeah.
men, but you say that we just pretty much get it all the time, right? So technically we have more options.
Yeah, but those options are fleeting because it's not the men that you want.
Okay.
I mean, how many guys come up to you and talk to you that you reject? Probably 90% plus?
Yeah.
So therefore, you have more options, but how many real viable options do you have? Not many.
You're right.
So that's why it's easy for us to go on a girls trip, is because we recognize that value in a guy. Where I'm like, if you're coming up to me at a club and you're the 17th guy, and I'm just gonna keep saying,
You're not the one.
I got a boyfriend.
We're used to
or I
turning
gotta-"
men down.
Yeah, it's so easy for us to turn someone down if we're just
Having
Yeah,
fun.
but
Where
here's the
men are
thing. At some
seeking.
point, you're going to get hit on enough. If your girl's, I mean, we could do the math. If your girl gets hit on 10 times a day via Instagram, out and about, etc.,
Yeah, very much.
10 times 365. Do the math. What is that?
You think
360,000 times
just
a year?
because you think just because you're the 11th guy that hit on me that day, I'd be like, all right, fine, I
Well,
give up. I've already
It's not
had
that. It's not that. But out of those
today.
men, there's going to be a percentage of them that are attractive, and
There's
if you just
not.
do simple math, there's going to be a
No,
chance.
it's not
There's
about it's
not.
not about your physical attraction. Like I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, I might keep fucking this guy just because he gave me like a gut. You know, it's not that. It doesn't matter
Because
how.
you keep everything that I talk about, you keep
Yeah.
bringing back to yourself.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking from my own personal
Yeah, of
opinion.
course.
I mean,
No,
that's
we know.
all we
For the
can really
group.
think of about
Yeah,
though.
no, we know.
I can't speak for the
Right.
every single girl here
Yeah.
because we might have
Different.
So
perspectives.
would it be
No,
fair to say then that your rebuttals are limited to your own personal experience?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can say
because I
that.
can only
Okay.
speak onto my experience.
Okay, well, the world doesn't revolve around you. So
Yeah.
just
It's not
because
about-
you,
But you're
It's not
speaking
about
about it.
revolving.
You're speaking about men in general too, and
because
women
men are
in
very
general.
simple and we think the same.
Yeah, we
And
do.
women are
I don't know.
complicated.
Like men are very, very simple and easy to
Do you
understand.
So that
think
gives
women are
you-
complicated?
And what?
Do you think women are complicated?
All right,
Not
so
really. They,
wait,
they pretend to be, but they're not.
yeah.
I mean,
so-
I've been able to predict everything you guys were going to say throughout the
Yeah,
course
you
of this
did.
conversation.
Well, because you've interviewed 2,500
Yeah.
girls.
And I
What
also-
I'm about to say
Because
now.
a lot of women have the same traits that you guys are displaying right now, an inability to have critical thinking
And is
skills,
that so
an
bad?
inability to view the world from outside your own two eyes, a limited experience.
So,
etc.
question: raise your hand if you want to be married. Right, hop up high. Married,
Let's
married,
do-
married. 4 to 5. So okay. So raise your hand if you're single. So why are you single?
I'm still in school, and I'd rather just focus on myself.
Okay.
Same reason. I work a lot.
Haven't met anybody that I would like to be with.
I'm scared of betrayal.
I have too many boyfriends.
At least she was honest.
So we have 3 boss babes, and then we got someone who
Too many.
doesn't
I'm
prepare
high and have
emotional
options.
damage. And I don't know what she is, but yeah. Listen,
Emotional
It's not settling.
All right. So just out of curiosity, you guys said that you're focusing on your career and school and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think you're more attractive now or when you're done with your career and school and older?
Does that change?
I can't
Because
really
say
say
might
that.
have
I
a
don't think
master's
I don't
in
know what I'll be
business.
like.
I'll never
when
be
I'm-
done with my career.
No, but do you think you're more attractive right now or in 2 to 3 years when you're done
I
with
don't
your
think
career
I've
and
reached
making
my
money?
peak yet.
I don't think so either.
wait, you're at 23?
23, yes.
You're at your peak right now.
Yeah, you are.
To you, but not to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't reached my peak.
Okay,
You guys,
hold on.
boys might feel
Hold on.
differently. That's
Wouldn't
fine.
it- well, how about this? Wouldn't it be fair to say that if you want to attract a man, you should know what men want typically?
Yeah.
True.
you should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
So, like, for example, I want to play video games, and I just want to eat Cheetos and chill, right? I don't want to fucking go to work and
Is that
do
high
all this
value
shit.
though?
What is your
Hold
oldest?
on.
Oh.
But notice, if I want to go ahead and be attractive to women, I have to play the game about what women find attractive, right?
Yeah, you do.
Playing Cheetos and eating Cheetos and playing video games all day and whacking off. That's not necessarily attractive. So I have to realign the way I do things if I want to be attracted to the opposite gender.
Yeah.
But you guys are saying it as if I said I want to be married right now.
Yeah,
but
So when I want to be married,
you
I will
do-
focus on what I need to do to attract a man. But as of right now, because that's not my goal, I don't care what attracts a man.
But at that time, you're like, you're so old, man. Like,
Don't
old as
care. I
fuck.
guarantee you I'll still
Oh.
find someone.
What is in 2 years?
Don't know, but
you
I
won't
guarantee
find a
you.
guy
incredible.
that you want, actually. Because, for example, right now you're 23, you know, you're hot, you know, more or less. So if you was to find a guy, you have all the leverage right now at 23. Because in his head, he's thinking like, oh, shit, she's 23. So I have to have time to really work with her. But I won't lie to you, girls who are over 30, they're a pain in the ass to deal
So
with.
can I say something then?
30,
So if
7
I
years from
if I'm
now.
doing something right now to attract a man, and hold on, I had a point where I was going.
No, I just find it, while you think of your thing, I just find it incredible that men have to understand women and do things to become attractive to women, but women are not willing to do what's required to be attractive to men. It's like, oh, I'm going to date on my timeline, which is cool. You could date on your timeline, but just understand your first choice might not want you back in return.
Can I ask you a
So-
question? What is required for you for a woman to be attractive? So you're saying we're not doing what we should be to attract a man. What is that? What do you think I should be doing on my day-to-day? Not going to
do
work
you
as
know?
much as I do.
I
I'm
mean,
asking you. I'm
not saying that, but what I am saying
No,
is
you
that
just- you
women
just-
tend to prioritize things that aren't necessarily important to men.
So what should I not prioritize in my life? Like I just told you everything about me that
Your
you know.
your education.
I should
and
not be prioritizing my education.
Your education and your education, your income, etc. These are not things that men typically care about.
So
So
what
how
if
am
you
I
leave
supposed
us?
to take
though?
care
What
of
if you
myself?
leave us? Right. What are we supposed to do?
How
if
am I
you leave
supposed to
us?
take care of
if
myself?
men leave you,
Yeah, like what are we supposed to do then? If we have no
are
education,
you aware that women disproportionately
Yeah.
initiate most breakups and divorces in America?
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What if you leave?
Wait,
me?
So you
what
say
am
it
I to
doesn't
do with
matter,
myself?
but okay. So you said it doesn't matter, but how am I gonna be able to
Like,
get
how do I
rent?
pay
My
my
car.
rent?
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
How
To
do I
be
do that?
living
You're
with my mom,
Right.
taking the bus,
Yeah.
riding
Okay,
a
you're
bike.
basing it off of
Definitely
the-
not high value if I'm living with
men
my mom.
aren't the ones. Men aren't the ones initiating breakups. So realistically
Doesn't
speaking,
matter.
what do you mean it doesn't matter? That's absolutely
But
matters.
not every
'Cause that was the
relationship
number one thing that
but
you
not
complained
every
about.
not every relationship has the girl broken up with the man.
I
Sometimes
mean,
it's
men
different.
don't
So
leave,
you
but
have-
they will definitely cheat before they leave.
He's saying
Women
the majority
initiate
of the time. Yeah, the women
80%
initiate.
plus.
That's
of
fine, but
breakups
what
and
about
divorces.
the 20%?
Okay, so why
what
do
am I
they
supposed to do with
initiate it?
myself? What if I'm a part of that 20% where I didn't initiate the breakup? What am I supposed to do with myself if
He's
I
gonna
did
say
not
that
build
it's your
that
fault
self?
that he broke up with you or something.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
your
I mean,
problem.
if a guy breaks up with
Yeah,
you
see?
fucked up.
Right.
To be
yeah,
honest.
Right.
So-
Men rarely
So
break up
you
with
have a
girls.
very narrow mindset.
So going.
Oh, hold on.
Damn,
it's, it's not a narrow mindset.
So
it's
narrow.
looking at the numbers, figuring it out. If women are disproportionately ending relationships and marriages, etc., then that means that women have some kind of issue. It's not men ending it; it's women ending it.
Well, maybe women
How's that
don't really
narrow-minded?
care about relationship nowadays. Maybe women want to thrive in their own way.
For a list, like at least a little while. Like I don't think I want to be thriving on my own way, but it's just I would rather build myself up so that I can pay rent, so that I can keep working.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
Yeah,
that I
that's
can work
fine,
on my
but-
career.
You can prove yourself.
But you're just, I'm sorry, like just going back on what you were saying. You think that I should live with my parents until I find my high value man.
Men
to
will
pay for
find
my
that more
rent?
attractive. Yeah.
To live with my parents
Yeah.
at
So
23.
wait,
No.
so girls,
okay, wait, hold on.
so wait,
You guys
so
are
question.
clueless.
Wait, I'm sorry, but
So
going
question.
back to
Y'all are
wait,
clueless.
hold on, just one second. So you're just saying that might be more attractive to a man, but like I could not. I love my parents to death, but I could not, as a 23-year-old, live with my parents.
Yeah.
I have such a rigid schedule. I stick to a certain diet. I like to shop where I shop. I have my own schedule that doesn't match with my parents. So I live pretty far away from. I mean, 45 minutes is not super far, but like I like my distance. It makes me feel more adult. It forces me to
Grow up.
grow up, to build myself up. I would rather live on my own, but in order for me to do that, I have to build myself up. I have to work as much as I work. I have to get
Men don't
my
care about these things,
education.
though.
Right.
But
so
how
you're
many
saying-
men are
how am I
going to take
supposed to
care
take
of
care of
us?
myself?
Maybe
Like men don't like. I get it that you're saying I have to build myself up and all this other stuff, but men don't care about that.
Wait,
maybe we don't care what men think.
No, it's not that. It's
If
not
you
that.
want to lock
It's
one down, you
just-
should care what they think.
mean,
Maybe I
don't
don't
care
want to
what
lock
they
one
think.
down. Maybe I just want to
I think
thrive
it
on my
depends
own.
what point
The
of
streets
life
shall
you're at,
return.
though.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Maybe the streets are
Yeah,
not so
yeah,
bad
yeah.
after all.
If you're not concerned with what men want, then just be content with the fact that
that's
you're
not-
not going to be able to lock a guy down, and
And
you're just
that's
going to
totally
constantly
fine.
be on the streets,
Maybe
and that's
because
fine.
not all about life is relationships and sex. Maybe
I mean,
there's
you
some
should be worried.
realization.
You're 29.
I'm not worried.
You should be worried, is what I'm saying.
Well, but I'm not, because that's not
Why
all
not?
that matters to me, because I have other goals besides
All right,
getting
so
dick and
what are your
being married
goals?
and having a family.
Well, we know
Self-actualization.
that women typically are fulfilled through relationships with a man and a family, not through career and accomplishments.
Sometimes self-actualization is more fulfilling than having a family. There's other ways to leave a legacy in the world without having children or a husband.
How would you leave that legacy then?
How?
Through beautiful
Music?
music. Yeah, music. People get inspired by music. Whatever art, beautiful, like
Okay.
the community that you build around you, like the people that you can reach and the lives that you can change. It's not all about sex or
Okay.
family or marriage in the
That might
society
be
anymore.
for you, but I would argue most women would get most of their fulfillment from children and a family, not career and accomplishment.
Yeah.
I understand that, and I
Okay.
respect those women.
Okay,
And
that's a majority.
but again, you say society is changing now, and a lot of women now don't really care about that stuff no
And
more.
they're single. They're
Yeah, social
coping.
norms don't
Yeah.
adhere to biological reality. So, for example,
Yeah.
let's be honest here, right? So, we live in a world where there's police out there, you have the welfare state, you have all these things to take care of you, etc. So, why do women still want a guy that's taller than them? Why do women still want a guy that's stronger than them? Why do they want a guy that's still confident and ambitious and muscular? Why do they want a guy that's, has competence?
Yep.
Well, it's because in your bird brain, right? In your
Reptile
hindbrain, in your
brain.
hindbrain, you still are attracted to these things. So even though you have all these modern conveniences that take care of security, provisioning, etc., you still want a man to have these things.
Yep.
So I always say biology overrides social norms.
Yeah, we are animals at the end of the day. We all gotta get our own significant other at some point or another.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that in this society, it's not a priority for a lot of women. I'm not talking about me, because I'm really like a sentimental person. So I really want to have somebody that I can share my thoughts and my ideas and my life with. But some women don't prioritize that and say,
And-
"Oh, I'm just gonna be alone for the rest of my life."
No. Well, those women think they can push their, their age to a certain extent. Like, for example, you three of me want to be boss babes, right? Now, all of a sudden, you're 35, and then you're like, you know what? Now I want a man. We've had women on this panel that cried, you know what? If I was 22, 23, 24, I would take everything, I did backwards just to actually improve, to be a better wife, a future wife. Because at the end of the day, like, you girls are like, you know what? I'm gonna be a boss babe and then look for a man. You girls should be in training right now to look for a man. Because a guy sees you and say, all right, cool. Why should I hire you to be my wife? Like, why should I choose you to be my wife? And you're like, fuck, I don't care, fuck that. I'm in the club where girls trip, 3 of us out here tripping. That's like, then he sees you, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck her, but like, she has no qualities to be a wife.
I mean, to a certain extent, I will sometimes think about going back and changing some of the things that I've done in the past, but those things that I've gone through made me mold myself into the person I am today and actually realize what I'm doing right or what I'm doing wrong. Some women be like, "Oh, I wish I could go back."
Yeah, but
But why would you go back? You already did it.
Yeah, but most girls aren't as young as you right now. Right now, you're 22, right? Like, you still, and you're attractive, more or less. But it's one of
Excuse me?
Yeah, more or less. But it's one of those things where the more you talk, it's like, I hear you. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm talking. But it's like, it's one of those things where you have to realize, start young. Like, don't wait till you're 30 and then all of a sudden, like biology is kicking you in the fucking womb, right? Well, womb,
I mean,
ovaries, I don't know.
Not everybody grows in the same pace. I feel like some.
Listen. Everyone, if I have a daughter, I'm like, yo, you have to fucking do the shit. Like, be a wife early. Like, train for this shit. I will put her through the Olympics.
Not
of being a
everybody
wife.
has that paternal figure, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, just my advice to give most women is to do that. You three want to be boss babes. Like, that's cool and everything. But like, why even go towards that route if guys don't give a fuck? Like what he said. Like, I don't give a fuck.
All right, let's make this simple for the ladies so they can understand it. Did you have something before I go into this?
Yeah,
go ahead, please.
So like, then why are we so your analogy that you used earlier, like why are we starting at 18? Like I'm still, no matter that I'm legal now, I still have like a very girl mindset. Like that's when you're just finishing school, everything. Like you haven't even tried to be a woman yet necessarily. Like you haven't gone out into the world. You don't know what it's like yet. I feel like right now where I'm at, like 23, I feel like this is like the most, obviously because it is the most grown I've been, but I feel the most grown that I've been. Like at 18, my mindset was not marriage, this, that, and the third. It's, oh my God, I just graduated high school.
And think about
Congrats to me.
Sorry.
But now I'm like out of college, I'm working. It's like, okay, now I can look for these things. Like just using your specific analogy, like at this age, I think this would be my best age to possibly do what you're saying.
And as an 18-year-old, who are you supposed to be dating? Guys that are older? Or like think about guys
I was
at 18.
using extreme to illustrate a point, but we'll continue.
But so
Yeah.
am I supposed to be dating people as an 18-year-old? Are you supposed to be dating somebody that's older? Because how many high-value guys do you know that are 18
Yeah, like
years old?
7 to 10 years above you, yeah.
But all you really know, like if you're thinking about 18 years old, that's high school. All you know is high schoolers. How am I supposed to go out as an 18-year-old and meet a guy who's,
I can't even get
I don't know, 20-something, who's a high
That's
value?
a blank slate. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a teacher. I taught high school, and the high school girls who are 18 right now, like both of you guys, like girls think the same.
Wait, where do
you guys are reading way too much into the 18. We're doing this to display an extreme example, but the point I'm trying to make here is not necessarily the age. It's that men value innocence. You understand?
Yeah.
Men
because
value
they want
youth
to
and
groom
innocence.
them.
Sure.
Okay, well, I wouldn't say groom. I would say coach her to be. You got to train her to be a good girlfriend.
That's grooming.
What's your definition of innocence?
Not
no
being a whore.
bodies.
Not having trauma.
Literally zero bodies.
Like having less bodies, having less trauma. I mean,
Emotional
if
damage.
you guys want to call it grooming, you could call it grooming, but I consider it training because I think for a girl to be the best girlfriend to you, you have to train her to be the best woman that she could be. Women need leadership.
So
a
what-
woman without instruction is headed for destruction.
So what's the difference between training and grooming, in your opinion, then?
Well, training, there's a purpose at the end, right? If I told you, hey, you're going to go ahead and compete in this sporting event in 6 months from now, you would be training every day for that event, correct? To be at your best for that event, correct? I think look at it the same way for a woman. She needs to train to be her best for that man. You know, I find it absolutely ludicrous that women are willing to go to a job and train for a job or train at the gym or train for all these other things that institutions that don't necessarily give a fuck about her. But if I say, hey, you should be training for your man, they look at me like I'm crazy and that's misogynistic. No. The man is probably going to be the most important component in your life because that's going to lead you to a family. That's going to lead you to overall happiness. That's going to lead you to overall satisfaction. Women don't derive satisfaction from success and money. They derive it through family and children.
Yep.
When two men meet, they shake hands and share, what is your career? When two women meet, they hug and say, do you have a family? Do you have kids?
Yep.
So men and women are not the same. So I look at it like that's what women should be prioritizing because you have a finite amount of time. And I'm going to ask you guys this. Let's say you have a 21-year-old woman and a 21-year-old man. Both parties make $100,000 per year. Who has more power in the sexual marketplace or the dating marketplace? The man or the woman?
The woman.
21 years old. The woman. Cool. 25 years old. Both make $100,000 per year. Who has more power in the dating marketplace? The man or the woman?
The woman.
Okay. What are you shaking?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna
woman.
say the man.
I'm gonna say, I was gonna say the man.
I was gonna say the man. I think the man at any age with
Well,
the
it's
woman.
arguable. It's
25
arguable that it could be both. But okay, 30 years old. Both of them make $100,000 per year. Who has more value in the dating marketplace? The man or the woman?
The woman.
You think the man now?
I think man.
I feel
Okay.
like, yeah.
gonna
The
stick with
I'm
woman.
starting to shift a bit. Okay, 35 years old, both making $100,000 per year. Who has more command in the dating marketplace at this point? The man
Always
or the
the
woman?
woman. As long as the woman makes the same amount as a man, she will always have more power than.
Okay. Anyway, so the rest of you think it's the man, right? Okay. Now 40 years old. 40 years old making $100,000 per year, both. Who has more power in the dating game? The man or the woman?
I'm always gonna stick with man.
The man, right?
yeah.
Okay. And as I go up in 5-year increments, will the woman ever overtake the man?
I would say no.
No, right?
No.
So wouldn't it be fair to say that you have a finite amount of time to find the best guy that you can? About a 10-year window. Based on what we just talked about.
So what's that window between 20 to 30?
Yes. And you guys just literally agreed with me.
Well, that should be
Shout out to
when.
Kevin Samuels.
That
It's
should
like-
be when girls
Right,
gonna get
right,
married.
Like,
though.
like I literally just proved it just now. Like in every scenario, the woman has the leverage in her 20s, and then as you get to 30, the man starts to get the leverage, and it never comes back to the female.
But I think that's fine when we start increasing the age. But you guys, as guys, have to give us that time to build ourselves. Is what I'm saying. Like you're making it from 18 to 22, but I think we should be focusing on ourselves at that point. And then once
But
we
this
get
isn't
older,
my opinion. They polled men from 18 to 60 years old, and they found that men
Right.
universally,
I'm just saying
regardless
what
of
I
culture,
think it should be. Is what I'm saying.
who cares what you think it should be? I'm telling you what is. Like this. Hold on. This is a terrible thing that women typically do. Oh, I don't like these rules. I'm gonna change them. It should be like this.
Let's do
Well,
it.
You know what?
Let's
How
do
about
it.
this? Y'all should go ahead and date homeless guys that are 5'2".
Go ahead.
That's how it should be. They should get a chance too.
Go do it.
Come on, man.
Go.
Give them a chance.
It sounds like you want to date
Like
the
all these
homeless
guys.
woman.
No.
Wait, you literally said
No. Like, because I'm literally just using your analogy. Like you're saying, oh, it shouldn't be that way. But by the same accord, I could say, y'all should go ahead and give short guys a chance. Y'all should give broke guys a chance. Y'all should give all these guys that aren't necessarily the most attractive a chance. But you don't, though.
But we do, though.
Not really.
But
No, we do.
You're single.
Yes.
So, like, I find it incredible
What does that
how
mean?
girls don't like the rules,
If-
and then they think that society should bend to their whim on what they want. And I'm telling you, you guys would never do that for us.
Yeah.
Would you date a homeless woman?
Men and women aren't the same.
Wait,
Would you
would
date
you?
a
It's would you
homeless
date a-
woman?
yeah, it's
Yes
would
or
you.
no?
I'm just asking a question. I don't want you to
Oh,
get
me?
frustrated. Both
Would
of
you
you
both?
guys.
Both of y'all can answer.
Would you date
I mean,
a homeless person?
listen, if she's homeless and I'm making money, like just be
There's
my
no
home.
way.
Why is she homeless? Why is she homeless?
Listen, it doesn't matter.
What's her background? What's her baggage?
Doesn't matter.
This is
You know
incredible.
what? It's rare to meet a woman who's homeless nowadays.
It's hot
rare.
to you?
It's
You
rare.
like that?
Okay, and
There's a
No, it's
reason
not
why.
rare.
There's
No,
a
it's
reason
not rare. Actually, actually, there's a lot of homeless people.
There's a reason why a man that's a king can marry a peasant and turn her into a queen, and doesn't work the other way around. Like, if the girl's attractive and not a whore, like, yeah, that guy will take her in probably. But
What
it
if
won't work
she-
the other way around. That's my point.
How is she attractive if she's I mean, she doesn't have the
Section
abilities that what?
Never mind, go ahead.
How is a homeless person who doesn't have
I mean, this is
the
an extreme
abilities to like, take
example.
care of
Section
herself? I
8.
mean, it is very extreme. It's a very
The
hypothetical.
point I'm
but
trying to illustrate is that men don't care about women's resources in general. That's all I'm trying to highlight.
I mean, but why is it extreme when we ask for it, but it's not extreme when you ask if we would date a homeless man?
Because y'all would, I'm trying to illustrate that her situation was wild because she said, well, it shouldn't be that way that men prefer younger women. And then I countered with saying, well, it shouldn't be that way that women want shorter guys. They want taller guys. So, like, I can't sit around and change the rules on what women want. Like, so why is it that women think that they could change the rules on what men want?
I don't think we can change the rules. It's just what we
So
would
then why are you saying
prefer.
should?
Because I have an opinion just like everybody else.
All right,
Well, it's not going to change, though.
That's fine. I didn't say let's change it right now. I just said what I.
It's
what I
never
think
gonna
it would
change.
be. That's okay. You're not hearing me.
It's
I'm just saying what I would prefer.
okay.
if you're giving hypotheticals, I think
Right.
she was just
we
trying
can,
to give an
yeah,
hypothetical.
it's just
Okay.
we're
A
doing it.
hypothetical that is
Hold
not
on.
based in reality whatsoever.
But
Yeah.
going
That-
back, okay, so forget the should. You're right. It shouldn't. If your whole
Forget it,
hold
Myron.
on. I'm not.
Erase it from your mind.
Okay. So your whole niche, right, is that you're trying to teach these guys that are watching your podcast and everything how they should go back to what you were saying. Your purpose really is that you're trying to teach guys how to be these high value men so that they can so if I need to form my thought here because we just discussed so much.
That's for the daytime show. The nighttime show just goes to illustrate how delusional females are.
Wait,
Which you guys have done a fantastic
I just
job
have
of
one
proving.
question, and I have nothing else to say about it.
I
Do you
mean, go
guys
ahead.
consider yourself high value men?
I mean, what do you think?
No. I'm asking you.
We can
Don't
answer after you answer. Go ahead.
No. It's you guys. See, here's the thing. You don't call yourself that. It's just how people view you.
Yeah.
If you view me that way, that's one thing. If you don't, then that's fine.
I would
Hold on.
still
So
wanna
answer
know.
for each other. Do you think he is a high value man and vice versa?
It's fine. We don't even.
It's the perception.
But you
It's
guys
how-
don't want
it's-
to
it's
answer.
how-
the
it's
question.
how the women-
eyes.
it's
You're
how-
like, I don't
I
see it. That's a
mean,
No,
great.
because it's you're supposed to display the characteristics, and it's on the people to assume or not assume that you fit a certain metric. Saying that I'm an alpha male, blah blah. No, you don't categorize yourself in that category. People do it for you based
Yeah.
on how they perceive you.
Not
How
alpha
about it's
male,
the way you
high
feel about
value.
yourself that matters?
I'm just giving an example.
No.
I
Do you
just
mean,
wait. So you're not going to answer the question?
You're
Do you
not gonna
consider
answer,
yourself
do you-
high value?
yeah.
That's just a
Do you
simple
have
question.
those
I mean, if-
characteristics that you
Once
would
again,
think?
like the people, because end of the day, if someone views you as high value, then it's
Okay, so
what
do most
someone,
people consider you high value?
If you had to imagine your characteristics
no,
in
no, no,
somebody
no,
else,
no, no,
like,
no. Do most
I don't know.
people,
Fantastic
from what you've
deflection.
heard,
Yeah.
do most
Fantastic
people
deflection.
it's not
consider you?
deflection. It's
It is
just a
deflection.
curiosity. Like, do you find yourself high value? It's a yes or no.
That's
Maybe
not on me to
positive.
answer. That's-
But do
on
okay,
the
so what
public
you've
to-
heard, so what you've heard about yourself, do you consider?
Oh,
do most
yeah,
people
him?
consider you?
It's on them to pick.
Misogyny?
I don't get. I
But
don't
you've
gotta do
heard
that.
what people have said about you. So do you consider yourself high value based off of what other
It
people
depends
have
on the
said?
individual. Everybody
hard
has their
to
own
All
take.
right, you're going
Somebody
around
who knows
circles.
you, somebody who knows you well, would you think they would consider you a high value man?
That depends on them.
All right, just
It depends on who you
that's
ask.
the question.
Who knows
'cause-
them real good? I can answer
It
that
depends
for
on who you
you.
ask.
Because like
Okay,
if,
I'm asking Chris. Hey,
no,
Chris.
I mean, listen, Myron does well, man. That's all I can say.
So yes.
Does men what? Does well
well.
financially?
I mean, we're kind of diverting from the topic at hand. You were saying something. You were going to ask a question, and you're saying like, "Hey, you teach guys how to be, get their shit together, whatever." Yeah, that's during the daytime shows. The nighttime shows, honestly, are to show men that women are fairly delusional when their worldviews.
Yeah.
And you go to sleep peacefully at night thinking that.
I mean, there's been a pattern shown that a lot of women lack critical thinking skills. I mean, I'm telling you guys things that are objectively true with how men view women and dating and relationships. And you guys, instead of saying, oh, you know what, I can understand that perspective, it's, well, I don't think it should be that way, or I disagree. And I've been saying things that are objectively fact in general, and you guys disagree with it. I'm kind of like, okay.
Can I add something? You say what I agree, men and women are not the same.
Yeah.
So maybe some of us may not be completely rational or not rational, but completely logical or critical thinking. But
I think that's been self-explanatory.
I think a lot of men are not very emotionally intelligent, and that's something that women actually have.
Define emotional intelligence.
You know, like in tune with people's empathy. You know, and for example, I think an emotionally intelligent person wouldn't say some offensive stuff to women, say like she's a hoe or something. I think,
honestly, if I'm going to be all the way honest, and it's kind of been proven during the course of this podcast,
Please be honest.
I think women lack empathy.
Really?
I have a question. Are you insecure at all?
Oh, fantastic. So misogyny. This is like literally like boom, like right out the script. How is stating uncomfortable truths and facts between the two genders insecure?
What?
I don't know what you just asked.
So you asked the question, you didn't even.
I asked you if you were
answered your question.
insecure. Okay, that was the end of my question.
You're answering a question with another question, though.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get her to think here. How is what? Well, you know what? I'll answer your thing in a second here. Back to you with empathy. I think women lack empathy, and this conversation has kind of proven that throughout the thing.
And why do you think women lack empathy nowadays?
Okay. Well, define empathy real fast for me.
Empathy is the ability to feel for other people and, you know, relate to others.
Okay. So during the course of this conversation, I've expressed to you guys the male situation with how we view women, what we want, etc. And instead of saying, you know what, that's right, that makes sense. I see your perspective. It's, well, it shouldn't be that way. I disagree. I'm a woman, and I think men should want that. That is one of the biggest examples of a lack of empathy. I think women have sympathy, which means they can feel sorry for you and kind of see that perspective. But empathy is the ability to put yourself in the shoes of the individual that's talking about a situation. And what I've realized through this conversation, which a lot of women, is they lack empathy. They're not able to put themselves in a male perspective and understand the male experience because women live a very different life than men do.
I
which
understand.
is fine. I'm not knocking that.
Yeah,
but here's the difference between men and women. Men have to have empathy to understand women to be attractive, because if I'm going to take a girl on a date and get laid, I know that I got to smell good, have my shit together,
look good,
carry a conversation, take her somewhere fairly nice, have my apartment nice and clean when we come back. I need to make her feel comfortable. I need to make her feel safe. So I have to understand women to get them. But women, on the other hand, just show up. They don't have to understand men.
Yep.
Which during the course of this conversation has been pretty well proven that a lot of you guys don't necessarily understand men.
I think
So I think women lack empathy.
What you're describing as our lack of empathy is our opinion, which is not always the same as yours. Just because we have different opinions doesn't mean we're lack of empathetic for you. You know, if something really bad happened to you, regardless of our different opinions, I would feel sorry.
Who hurt you, Myron?
Emotional damage.
If I state an objective fact about how men typically tend to think when it comes to women, and then you go ahead and you respond and say, well, it shouldn't be that way, or I disagree because I'm a woman, that is by definition a lack of empathy.
I think that's just an opinion. That doesn't define empathy to me.
We just illustrated that empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and understand their experience. And during this conversation, it's been proven that you haven't been able to do that.
No, I can understand you and feel you and totally validate your opinion. But just because we have different opinion doesn't mean that we lack empathy.
It's an objective fact. The things that I've said have been pretty factual.
Factual to you. That's your opinion. That doesn't mean it's fact.
Do you know the difference between a fact and an opinion?
Absolutely.
Tell me what a fact is.
Fact is something that's proven. Opinion is something that you think about uniquely.
All right, so what's an opinion that I've stated?
An opinion that you stated is, for example, that women shouldn't go to the club because that makes them low value, whereas some other man that doesn't have the same background that you have, the same values that you have as a man, may think differently, may think, oh no, it's totally okay for her to have a girls' night.
I said that most men, if asked honestly, would not like it if their girl went to the nightclub.
Yeah.
If I lined up 100 dudes and I said, hey bro, Your girl can either stay home with you or go to the nightclub. Most guys would elect to have the woman stay at home.
Sure, but I can empathize with you and be like, oh, sure, honey. Like, I totally get it that you're feeling insecure about this.
So, okay, so what about that was an opinion? That was just a fact what I said. Most men would prefer their girl stay at home.
Is that
How's that an
proven?
opinion?
Where's the statistics showing me that?
Do I need statistics to tell you that the sky's blue?
I mean, if you're telling me that's a fact, that most men don't like their women out, where's the statistics? Where's the actual facts? I need like scientific
You do realize
proof.
that sometimes, like, do you need a study to tell you 1 + 1 is 2? 2?
Yeah, because otherwise,
Incredible.
mathematics,
Incredible.
they're actually like scientific.
I mean, can we ask the chat?
Like, I think we should definitely ask the chat.
We got how many? 20,000 plus watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and throw up the Rumble chat too, just so they can see, because we're live on everything. Guys, give us a 1 in the chat if you prefer your girl to stay at home, or give us a 2 in the chat if you prefer her to go to the club. Let's see.
All right, let's see.
Because this is incredible here. Let's see.
I already know what's gonna happen, honestly.
I mean,
we got 20,000 plus guys watching. Let's see. A bunch of ones on this side and a bunch of ones on that side.
What's one mean?
And these are men from all over the world.
This is a biased pool. I mean,
I don't know what
people
one
who are
means.
watching you because they admire your opinion. They admire
number one.
And mostly
We
the
have a lot of haters.
men that think the way that you
a
feel.
lot of haters.
No,
Yeah, but they're not
really, the
watching your stream.
majority is people that actually enjoy your point of view.
No, but I mean, these people that are watching you, they know what they're coming to watch. I mean, they know your ideas on these things. They come here because they agree with you. So asking a biased poll is not exactly scientific method.
No, it's not a biased poll. You're actually asking a poll where guys can be honest, because men can't tell women the truth because they have frustrating conversations like we're having now where women don't want to accept the truth.
But
this
they
is not
watch you
frustrating,
because
it's
they agree
entertaining.
with you. They don't watch you.
I'm
because
actually not
they're-
frustrated at
they're
all.
disagreeing. Do you think
I'm having
they're
a great time.
No, we're fine, but like guys who aren't getting laid are frustrated.
Are you guys frustrated?
Yes, because they aren't getting laid.
Because
you know
they're
what I'm saying?
focusing too much on getting laid. Why don't they get fulfilled in other activities?
and
like scuba diving.
I think I've proven my empathy thing. Okay, now your question is something about insecurity? You had something about insecurity?
I just asked if you were did you consider yourself insecure or not?
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think who's more insecure? The person who tells you what it really is and doesn't care what you think, or the person that's scared of what you're going to say and doesn't tell you the truth? Who's more insecure?
The second one.
Okay, I'll say that one more time. Who do you think is more insecure? The individual that tells you the truth and doesn't necessarily care what you think, okay? Or the person that's scared of what you're going to say and lies to you? Who's more insecure?
The person that lies is more insecure.
Fantastic. So what have I been doing the entire podcast with y'all?
Lying.
I've been telling the truth, which is...
It's your truth.
Okay, so it's so
there is no my truth.
No,
it's
no.
the truth.
Sometimes but don't you think during the entire podcast there have been moments where we're like, okay, yeah, we do agree with that, but also like it's just another commentary or something. There have been moments where
Give me an example.
We're like, okay, so you said, I mean, I don't
That
know,
money
maybe I should start
statistic.
taking notes.
I agree with men and women are not equal. We can agree on that.
That money statistic that you said, with
even
like
that,
5 years
like,
older, and then the increase
even
in money,
the
like we
attraction,
agreed with you.
yeah, like there
And,
there have
it's
been moments
most
where
stuff
that
where
you
we
said
agree
stuff.
with
We've been
you.
like, okay, I get that. I wouldn't say that we necessarily lack empathy, because we are hearing you out, but at the same time, like, we are giving you our opinions. Like you said, we are coming from like a self view because it is our opinion, but at the same time, like, we've heard you out, we've heard your general like statements and everything, and like that's okay and everything, but we still are hearing you out saying, oh, okay, I get that, but for me personally, and that's what you pointed out, like, we're speaking from a personal perspective, which is okay, but we have heard out the generality as well.
But a general conversation speaking from personal perspective by definition limits you.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, we've heard you out and said, yeah, I agree, and then, you know, we're here to give an opinion as well, so this is our opinion, but we have agreed with you.
Okay,
Like,
you
we've
can
showed
give an
the
opinion,
empathy.
but what place is higher, opinions or facts?
Well, I didn't say it was less. I just said we've showed empathy towards what you've said. We've heard you
Not
out.
necessarily.
Yes, we
I-
saw
I- I- you can-
You just told us that lacking empathy
Because
was us
every
not
time I've
agreeing with
stated
you.
an objective fact about what men find attractive in women, your response was, well, it shouldn't be that way, or I don't agree.
But
or,
isn't that
There's
the
been
point of
moments
like
that we said,
conversation?
Yeah.
There's points that we've heard you on and been like, oh, okay, like, I get that. And then the whole point of the conversation, like she was just saying, is opinion
Right.
as well. Like, oh, but here's our perspective. But we heard out your generality and
but
said, I
opinions
agree
are
with that.
irrelevant in the face of factual
Okay,
data.
but let's say we all are agreeing on the same thing. Where's the conversation if we're all like, oh yeah, yep,
okay, yeah,
Well, so
yeah.
you literally just admitted that you're arguing to argue.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But
Because
I'm
it's like,
just
we can have a
saying.
conversation, but if we all agree, then there's no
If you
conversation.
want us to just
No.
agree with the
From the
generality, that's
perspective.
fine. But if you don't want to hear our opinion, then what are we?
I mean, think
No,
about it.
like we do, but what we're saying is like, hey, listen, like you say one thing, but you do next thing.
You
No,
think
'cause
so? You
we-
said you've had 25,000 women on the show, and
Okay.
all of
About
us. Are,
2,500.
2,500.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,000. Oh my gosh, bro.
That's a little crazy. Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy as
I got
fuck.
my number skewed. My bad.
That's all
So
right.
you've had all these women on the show, and generally, all of us have had similar. I mean, you kind of even see with this group how you have it's a little bit divided. You see one opinion, you see another. But generally, you're saying that all of the women that you've had on the show have had the same idea.
Yes.
So isn't that the purpose? Is you're showing your male perspective versus the female? I mean, because am I too far from the mic?
But then
Did you
you're
know
also
that?
saying that we're personalizing things, yet all the women you've had have had the same thing. So how
So how-
personalizing?
so
how are you
yeah, how
picking
is
the
it
girls
really?
that are coming
how am
here?
I
Not even
showing
that, but
you
how
why-
personalizing is it if we're all saying the same
It's
It
thing?
getting
proves
another
what I've said
generality.
before. Women are naturally solipsistic, narcissistic, and tend to view the world from their own purview only, and
Yeah.
are unable, a lot of the times, to put themselves in someone else's shoes, empathy, and understand that the world doesn't necessarily work according to their world perspective.
Is that
But it's
women
not
or people
necessarily
in general?
so.
I think people in general are just
Are,
focused on
yep.
themselves. How am I going to get to work? How am I going to make money?
Of
How am I
course.
going to eat today?
But-
how am I going to self-sustain?
Of
It's
course.
not women or men. It's
but women
people in
are far
general.
more guilty of being solipsistic than men are, and the reason for that is because men live a much harder life than women do.
I don't think so because women are. You're growing up as a woman thinking like I'm gonna have to have kids one day to take care of. I'm gonna have to have. So you are like
So you think in
predispositioned.
2023 women live a harder life than men do?
No, it's not harder because we
harder
both
and-
have different
Struggles.
goals to reach to be actually like, you know, valuable to the opposite sex. You know, you say you have to be successful. Okay, you have to be successful, but us women, we have to be attractive. So there's different types of priority as women that we have to take, and as you as men have to take.
I would argue being attractive is a lot easier than being successful.
I mean, to a certain extent, but not really because, okay, attractive. What do you consider attractive? A girl with big lips. Okay, let me get
An
fillers. A girl with
average-looking
long hairs.
woman-
Let me get
hold on, an
extensions. A girl with a big
average-looking
ass.
woman-
Let me get a BBL.
An average looking woman can pull a man 3 to 4 points above her, but it's not going to work the other way around. So in other words, average women have access to top tier guys, but it's not the other way around.
Yeah.
Are the top tier guys attracted to these average women, or do you think like
They'll get a
Attracted-
date with them. They'll have sex with them.
attracted
They'll
to
get
a
an opportunity
relationship?
they
with them.
wouldn't like
Or
marry
attracted
them?
to a one-night
Slow
stand.
have
Wednesdays.
family with them?
There's been times where they even get married, but what I'm trying to say though is that women are able to easily bat 3 to 4 leagues above them, but men can't do that
Can I ask you a question? So do
because
you,
women date up, men date down.
Okay. So do you think that high value men, their goal is to also get married, to start a family, to provide for a woman? Is that something that a high value man seeks?
I mean,
Or do
every
you
guy has
think-
different wants and needs.
Okay. But women don't.
But
Women
now
are
you're speaking
supposed to-
personalizing, but
I think
before
you
were
were
speaking
saying
generalized.
that you prefer the fact that you said you were with 3-4 different women. But
Yep.
Chris, like, do you think your end goal is to, if you see yourself as a high value man, do you think your end goal is to have a family, to raise kids with a wife, to provide for them? Like, is that the end goal for men, or is that just for women?
Most men don't want to be monogamous.
It's
Yeah.
true. I'm sure. Honestly, just speaking from experience, but I'm asking you guys because I feel like you couldn't answer my question, but
I
obviously
just answered it.
you no, hold on. You couldn't answer our question when we asked if you think you are high value. But I think that you internally do see yourself as that. So is your end goal to have a family, to provide for them, to
I mean,
make sure
if-
they have a high value
If the
woman,
girl
or-
is like, you know, hey, listen, I fuck with you, and then I vet her out, and once again, I live in Miami, in Brickell. You know what I'm saying? So long story short is I know what it takes to live in a certain area. If I'm dealing with girls and hey, listen, I fuck with you, boom, boom, boom. I personally have rules. If she can't follow the rules, then it's like I can't fuck with her.
if she does follow them.
What are
Yeah.
your rules?
What are your
So-
rules?
What are
She
your rules?
embodies-
I want to know your rules.
Wait. Go. I want you to answer.
I want you to answer my question. She embodies what you want. She follows those rules. Let's say you've dated
Then
for this
endure.
amount of time, and she comes up to you
Endure.
and she goes,
that?
"You know what, Chris? I want to tie down. I don't want you to,
Yeah,
to hook
endure.
up to
Like
with other women."
I've had plenty of girls actually came to me, hey, I want to be a girlfriend.
But that's not answering my question. If
Sit up
this
and stop yawning.
that hurt
It's
me.
fine.
Yeah. If this
Producer,
woman
I mean.
embodies everything that you want, do you see yourself settling down with one woman for the rest of your life?
No, because I've worked hard to actually like provide a whole lifestyle, you know, for who I love.
So
like
you-
for example, if I'm dating you, right? All right, cool. Are you happy?
So you're telling me,
Like,
sorry.
are you happy with me, right?
Am I happy?
Yeah,
if
like
you're
if-
providing everything that I could.
Happy, right?
Sure, we're
The house,
happy.
the food,
Okay. The
like,
love, the
block for,
caring, the
care.
loyalty,
Okay,
everything.
Cool. And then I have a whole other girl, right? Me, like us
That
two,
would make me
you know?
unhappy. You're hooking up my best friend.
I've been there, done that. But anyways,
kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is this: is like, hey, listen, I've been in, you know, like girls aren't gonna break up with a guy just because he's fucking around with some other girl.
I'm so sorry.
Most girls. Most girls.
I'm so sorry. Girls prefer the loyalty, prefer the one.
Yeah, but they're not gonna break up with a guy just because of that.
I'm sorry. Everybody in this room, can we answer that question? Because I would 1,000% break up with a guy.
All right, ladies, raise your hand. If a guy was taking care of you, right? He paid for your bills. He took care of you, right? You know, like your safety. He's ripped. He's fit. Whatever. Your ideal man, right? If he was to fuck a girl, right? Would you break up with him?
100%.
That you wouldn't be my ideal man if you're doing that.
And going back
stupid.
Raise your hand. So
I wouldn't break up with
If
him.
you want to fuck somebody else, why are you with me?
Yeah,
Like,
and going back to
I would allow it.
why, ladies? A guy can still love you and still bust a nut down the street.
Why?
That's
Why
true.
didn't you just do that with me then? Like, why do you have to go down the street?
Because, like Fresh said, right?
Damn.
but love and commitment are
The
two
best
different
pussy.
things.
What are you?
The best pussy.
No, y'all are just clueless. That's like as we continue on with the conversation.
You're
like, yo,
saying that men
you
can't
guys
be.
are literally clueless.
Wait, ladies, and then
But
Myron,
why,
you go.
like-
Wait. Shh.
Okay, yeah.
The best pussy is a new pussy, right? I can still love you, right? You know, it's my girl, man. She's the best, right? Jay-Z cheated with Beyonce, but she ain't going nowhere, man. You know?
But they have things that tie them down. Like they have families. They probably have.
Listen,
investments,
Jay-Z
they
makes
have-
more money than her, right? But at the end of the day, it's like,
Does
listen.
he?
Yes, he
Does
does.
he?
He's a billionaire. She's like, whatever. Anyways, long story short, ladies, like, I can still love you and still bust a nut down the street and still come home to you and still love you.
I agree.
But you can't do the same. You can't fuck another.
I
Once
disagree.
you fuck another guy, it's over.
I also
Nah.
wouldn't want to
No.
fuck
Wait,
anybody
all right,
else.
so
if-
raise your hand if you can fuck another guy.
She answered
And
it right
still a
there.
man.
But she literally just look. She said, "I wouldn't want to fuck another guy."
All right.
There's your answer.
No. I wouldn't
disagree.
want to fuck another guy if I truly love somebody. I
Exactly.
wouldn't have to.
Okay.
Want, so
Now,
why?
critical
okay,
thinking
but
skills. Do you think a man that loves you still wants to fuck another girl?
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
They probably ponder like if
They
I
do.
think
Yeah.
about
The answer is
girls
yes.
even like we'll
Mine
see.
say yes.
So
They do.
so do they think about it versus do they act on it is different. If I see a hot guy on the street and I am in a relationship, I'm not gonna go talk to him. I'm not gonna interact in any way. But you glance because it's your like
Natural
It's
instincts.
natural.
Yeah.
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 I'm not gonna sit there and stare at him just because I think he's hot. I'd be like, oh, he's cute. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go on my day and never think about him again.
Yeah, but your need to have sex with them is probably very little if you are super attracted to your guy. But men are not the same.
But what about like emotional attachment? Like if I'm with a guy and he's telling me like new pussy's better pussy, like I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be like, all right, I'm so sorry. Go ahead. There's some bitches down the street. Like that would make me so unhappy. What about our like happiness at the end of the day? Like I'm supposed to just be like, all right,
what
you
if
know
it
what?
makes him happy to have
Mm.
multiple women?
Then that's just not my guy.
Right.
And that's and
So
is
your
that,
happiness overrides his.
but does that sorry?
So your happiness overrides
Correct.
his.
So it's not. I don't think his happiness overrides mine. I think it's genuinely a balance. And like, if a guy thinks that he should be with multiple women, that's fine with me.
I think
just,
it's-
hold on.
Hold on.
If a guy
happy
that,
king, happy kingdom.
no, it's happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, what? Wait, you made that up. You made that up.
Happy king, happy kingdom.
That's one of the biggest lies
That one
that
out.
we tell. That's one of the biggest lies we tell people is that happy wife, happy life. The reality is there's no such thing as happy wife, happy life because it's very difficult to please women. So
Yeah, that's
men
I
are
don't think
simple
so.
to please.
So simple.
I
You
feel
think
like
you're
there's
surviving a
everything
lamb
for
would be
everybody.
happy? Like you think you have to.
Who do you think are easier to please in general, men or women?
Men, you guys.
So-
You just said that men. All they need is sex, new pussy.
Yeah.
Dating man is easy.
Women, like
So therefore, what I've realized is that the best relationships are typically when the man has the leverage and the guy is happy, and then the girl is happy as a byproduct of that. But when it's the other way around and the woman holds all the cards, it doesn't work.
But what makes a guy happy sleeping with other women? Like
I mean,
that's what
that's a
doesn't make
component.
sense to me.
That's a
So
component.
that's what I'm
Peace.
asking is why? Because
Peace.
I don't think I could be with a guy who sleeps with other women. So does that mean I'm never gonna get a high value man?
Probably
Facts.
not.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Because I don't want him to sleep with
That's what
other
comes with
women.
the territory.
Yeah, facts.
But you're also talking about traditional relationship values. You know, there are many types of different relationships.
And traditionally, men that have resources and access to certain situations have always had a multitude of women. That's how it's been.
Right. But at the same time,
Should I do the candy store
society-
analogy here?
wait, what is that?
No, do it.
Can I say? I feel like nowadays,
Take it
like
to
you
the
said,
candy
society has switched around. And there are many type of different relationships. It's not
Didn't we
just
say earlier
monogamy.
that biological hardwiring overrides society norms?
I mean, it just depends on evolution.
There's something out there
Chat,
for everybody.
do you want the candy store analogy?
I think that's the best way to illustrate this so they kind of understand.
But we do have
But-
chats to read, though.
We do have chats.
Yeah, we have a lot of chats to read.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's go
so
ahead and
let's
read them.
Mo?
Okay, so what do we got here? And Rumble rants and stuff like that. So guys, from this point forward, we got 20,000 y'all watching between YouTube and Rumble. So we're gonna go 50 and up, but I'll read these ones that came from before. Yeah, they want the candy store analogy. All right, I'll use it to describe. I mean, hopefully they understand. All right, where are we at here? All right, Three Diglets. Ma'am, next to Chris. Can you motorboat Chris's face for a special day? It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, bro. Okay. Three Diglets.
Day.
What else? Gio goes, shout out IRS for holding these 3 or 4s accountable since them simp ass ninjas they deal with won't.
What?
W first, W Myron, W Chris, W Mo, W Bill. Hey guys, do me a favor. Come on over to YouTube or Rumble. Let's kill the Twitter, Twitch, and let's kill all those streams, Facebook. So come on over to YouTube, guys, right now. Come on over to YouTube or Rumble, one of the two. We're going to kill the other streams.
Facebook killed, Twitch gone.
Twitch gone.
Twitter gone.
Twitter. And then Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook's gone too.
Cool. All right, guys, we're live on YouTube and on Rumble now, so come on over. Who's up next? Jacob goes, women flex on each other with their wedding rings, so by that logic alone, you're less valuable compared to any married woman. All right. Goku says, hey, Myron, when you move into the new studio, you should change the theme song. Torture by the Jacks, at least the instrumental. The guitar is awesome. It has 80s Miami style vibes. No. We're going to keep it what we got. Waylo goes, Chris, I roasted you a couple weeks ago. However, you're better on the panel. W jokes. Keep working on your speech, though.
Thanks, fam.
Okay, Waylo. Appreciate that. Where are Columbia's eyebrows? You have anything you want to say back to him? He said you don't have eyebrows.
I hate eyebrows on myself. They bother me. I don't like to do anything, so I bleached them.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Well, and guys will say fuck.
Okay.
That's right.
Chris wishing he was on the keys right now for the sound effects. Facts. Baller. We got here, Michelle goes, Bogota looking like Doja Cat with them John Cena eyebrows.
Thank you. I love her.
Here come the jokes. Duet coach, man, Chris, a classic. Okay. We got here Dr. Evil. We talking about women, bro. Shout out Big Mo. Shout out Discord.
We
Facts.
talking about women, bro.
Yeah, thanks. Quality. The vampire in Blue's face is blinding me. You have anything you want to say back to him?
The vampire
Yeah, he's kind of. Yeah.
in Blue's face is blinding me. Well, I don't even know what that means, honestly. Like, what?
Okay, fair enough. I think he's trying to say you look like you have a dead soul. Schmeebles, Chris' story about getting with the bride to be on her hen's night. I've done that too. Was in a different state for work and went to a club, and 25 minutes later in my hotel, even morning after too. God
Bro,
damn.
yeah, it's horrible, man.
Yeah. Wepo Sepo, que onda, way? Tell these chicas to spend more time in the kitchen, not the clubs. Clubs equal no value, kitchen equal high value. All right, fair enough. Albo Ace, older women, especially in their 30s, see younger girls the same way broke, spiteful men see rich guys. The same old hags try to shame us for wanting younger women. All right. Pride of Southside, man, I miss Fresh. Okay. Devori Darkins goes, the one thing I notice these women who come onto the show is that they are absolutely ignorant of what men want and how we think. The things we don't understand are the things we struggle with. Anybody have anything to say back to
But.
Period.
All right.
Period.
Okay, King.
Pray to whatever God you
Go
believe
off
in.
then. Go off, King.
Virtuoso goes, pray to whatever God you believe in because America is doomed. Fair enough. Meekly goes, there was a young lady on this show in the past that said she was here looking for a good time in MIA. What Myron's saying is fact. If somebody can find that episode, that would be nice. F&F. And that's all the time, bro. One girl's coming on vacation. My balls was hot, okay? Someone get Chris's soundboard. He looks stressed without it, probably. We got here Charlie954. The wonderful ladies on the panel are simply fibbing because they are so thrilled to engage in some delightful hoe activities in secrecy.
That's not what this trip about. Charlie954.
Period.
So what was the purpose of the trip?
My birthday.
Her birthday.
Cool.
There's
Charlie.
just better restaurants and stuff in Miami than there is in Philly. In my
We just go on
opinion.
trips for each of our birthdays. We don't do presents. We
That's
get
fun.
experiences.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fun.
all about the experience for us.
Experience? Like what? Like
Like
We go to
new
new
places.
restaurants.
Yeah,
Like,
new
we've gone to
restaurants,
Carbone,
trying to-
we've gone to
yeah.
Mila. Where was the new place that we just went?
Taking pictures, new outfits,
like-
doing my
We
hair
like-
different.
We're here
girly
because
things.
we're literally from Philly. Oh my God, nobody wants to stay there. This is a vacation to us.
Yeah.
This
There's
is
a
wonderful.
beach, a
We
nice
like a
beach.
vacation.
You want us
Yeah,
to go hang
nice
out down
weather.
at Kensington Beach? That's I'm gonna be on Miami Beach. not
Sunshine.
Kensington Beach.
Yeah.
The
All
East
right.
Coast is so gloomy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next thing.
wait.
God.
So if you tell me right, if you met like a celebrity in a club, right? You know, it's your birthday. Come to the penthouse. You know,
I'm not the right. I'm not the right person to ask. I'm
Wait,
very
sorry.
scary.
No? You sure?
I have so much anxiety. That's not even
Yeah.
my.
If the
celebrity is
I'm
giving
gonna
me
be honest.
off
That's not
vibes,
even.
that's
I'm not the
our
right person to ask
vibe.
that question.
I don't know.
to,
I mean,
yeah.
we were talking about that earlier. Like, what were we joking about? That we were like, we saw Drake. We'd ask him like real ass questions. Like, yeah, we were like, what do you think? Like, I wouldn't think to be like, all right, I want to go fuck Drake. Like, I think like, what do you do in your day to day? Like, I would
Why are
genuinely
you
wanna know,
here?
like, why are you in
So-
Miami?
Then he'd be like,
Yeah.
you know what? You all three come to the penthouse. Have a good time. Whatever.
So
come
fuck
drink with
him.
me.
Like, I don't care. I don't.
No. And he just saying,
Like
just
a
come over to the
friendly
penthouse.
vibe.
Yeah, friendly vibe.
I probably Drake if it's Drake.
Drake. Yeah,
I don't care about-
If my girls could come with me, yeah,
sure.
Yeah, we out.
They can come with you, all right?
We out.
Honestly, if it's the wrong vibe, I'm not going. I don't care if you're Drake or the richest man in the world.
Relax.
All right. Ladies, if I got
How old are you? Are you 35?
Yeah, wait. I do want to know that.
He said his age.
Is there anything you want to say
How
about
old is he? He said his age.
Is it what?
What? You're like 35? You said it
Yeah,
earlier.
35.
Ladies, if I got kicked out of 109 different bars, am I the problem or the bars?
You're the problem.
I'm the problem?
You're the
Okay.
fucking problem.
All right, we'll just end it there. Let's keep going. Benny Bio CR, holy, these women are dumb. Prove the world wrong and name 3 countries. All right, we can go around the table here.
America.
Name 3 countries. You can't name Canada, the United States, or Mexico. We'll start right here and then work our way. Name 3 countries. Go ahead.
I lied to you. No, I'm not. But I named 3 countries for Benny Boy.
What?
It's a thing that we do a lot on the
No,
show.
that's fine. They
So
can
name
start.
3 countries. Go ahead.
I don't want to name
We can't
3
repeat
countries
them
for-
Oh yeah, you can't use what the person before you said. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Afghanistan.
Well, hold on. We're starting here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please start. You
Don't-
kick it off.
I don't want to do it.
What do you mean you don't want to do it?
I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to name 3 countries for Benny Boy. He called me dumb. I know, like, this would be me proving him wrong that I'm not dumb, but I don't.
But it's a segment that we run on the show
No,
all the
they can
time,
do
so
it.
it's not just.
Can they just do it?
I mean, you're on the podcast as a guest, so
I understand that.
just go ahead. Name 3 countries.
Yeah, I can't.
Wow, you really can't.
Just can't.
All right. What about you?
Russia, Finland, Argentina.
Cool. What about you?
Thank you.
I'm gonna go with France. I'm gonna go with Afghanistan, and I'm gonna go with. Let's go with. Would you say Argentina?
Shout out to fucking.
Okay, I'm gonna go to
Pimpin'.
Chile.
Chile?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't
These women are delusional. Check in. Blue has a reflective forehead. Oh, shit. All right, we'll read that back. Here, I'll read it. All right, what about you?
Mars, Saturn, and Uranus.
It's 3 countries, not 3 planets.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
3 countries. Go ahead.
I don't know.
I mean, name one. Like,
I don't know. No idea, papi. I don't know speak English.
oh, Papi. Okay, so then,
No speak English, papi. I'm so sorry.
I mean, name some Spanish countries.
Dígame 3 países.
Who said that, Mo? Mo, get out of here.
Yeah, can you name 3 countries, please? Go ahead.
I don't know.
Try. 2.
Wisconsin.
That's a state.
Wisconsin.
I'm totally doing this on purpose, though. I don't know.
And it goes to show you, a guy is willing to tattoo his name on your arm.
Yeah.
When you're this fucking dense.
I don't know speak English. I'm so sorry. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. See? You see?
It's
know what
not
you're
dense.
talking
I think
about.
they're just being stubborn. I mean, it's.
I think I'm just like, why would I need to prove my intelligence
By
to
naming
Benny
for the
Boy
chat.
CR?
I mean, for the chat. I mean, like.
Do we make money off of this chat?
Yeah, will you tip us if we name 3 countries?
We
countries
do
is so
this. We do this every
degrading.
show. We ask this question. So I mean,
Damn.
just please don't follow the stereotype and fail. Just
Yeah, I
name
mean,
3 countries.
it is what it is.
It's simple.
I'm part of the stereotype then.
Okay.
I'll probably fail.
Car, we're
Sorry.
Shout out to Wisconsin.
I apologize.
Go ahead.
I just say Stream Valley Latini.
What?
Stream Valley Latini.
What is that?
It's her thing.
That's my Spotify.
All right, look, ladies. Let me make this perfectly clear. You're here as a guest, okay? This is an opportunity for you, not the other way around. If we ask you a question, please respect the platform and answer the question. We're simply asking you to name 3 countries. Please name 3 countries.
Do you
All
want
right.
3 more?
Go ahead. We'll start here and then we'll work our way back around. Go ahead.
Fine. Mexico.
We said you can't name Mexico.
Why?
I said at the beginning, Canada, U.S., and Mexico can't be named.
How about Italy, Japan, and Colombia?
Cool. All right. What about you?
Cuba, Peru, You already said Colombia. Let's see. Asia.
Asia. Facts.
Fantastic. All right. What's the capital of Asia?
I don't know. Sushi.
What was that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
All right. And then going back to you, Ms.
I'm not a
Philly.
high value woman. I'm so sorry.
All right. I believe her. And then Miss Philly, can you name 3?
Ukraine.
Yep.
Argentina.
Someone name Argentina?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone said Argentina.
Oh. I don't remember what we all named.
Just
It's fine. We'll tell you if someone named it.
Is Iceland?
Okay.
I don't think I have a third, to be honest.
I mean, it's like
Damn,
100,
you're so
over
close.
100.
There's 160 some.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You only got like
I
150 left.
I'm sorry, I keep like thinking what they're saying.
I mean, it's barely, what, 6?
Sex?
No, 6 out of these
Fantastic.
4.
All right. Okay. That was.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. It's incredible.
Try my best.
Florida.
Department of Hoes Insecurities. These delusional ladies are whack, Myron. Tig old biddies doesn't understand that girly, innocent, sweet girl is who we want. She's all about you. Makes the best wife to a competent man. Who ya Navy? Okay.
What did I do?
We're
she
caught up.
knows.
All right, we're caught up. We're on Rants. And then
shout out to Simpin' Ain't Pimpin' for $500.
Yeah, shout out to you, bro. I appreciate
shout out
that.
to
Yeah. Thanks so much for that, my friend. I appreciate that greatly.
It's right there. Myron.
Huh?
He says these women are delusional. Chick in the blue has a reflective forehead and keeps licking her lips.
Damn.
I digress. Thanks for all the value y'all consistently bring. Subscribe and like the effing video.
Do you have anything you want to say back to him?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
It's not reflective. I just have the glow.
And no eyebrows.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
And I'm totally fine with that.
No, it's
And
fine.
I'm not offended.
No, it's fine. It's saying no hair and it's porous, so it's
I mean, she actually does have hair. They're just blonde.
They're just blonde.
You can't see them because I bleached them. But you
Oh,
can
okay.
see them.
But she
sort
actually
of.
has eyebrows. Yeah.
I have eyebrows.
She has
I just
eyebrows.
choose to not have them.
Okay.
Or not let them be seen.
Okay.
All right. You don't want people to know what your emotions are at the moment?
Um,
That's the only thing I can think of while you're with your dirty eyebrows. Like, you're not trying to have people know when you're mad or whatever.
I just think it's a look. I like this look.
Hey, Doja.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, Doja has like weird ass shit going on.
It's a look, you know.
All right. Before we were reading the chats, we were talking about monogamy, right?
Yeah.
You were talking about monogamy.
You're
A
just
guy.
telling me that I have no hope because
I'm gonna have to end up with some dork
No, I mean,
that
like
doesn't fuck
you
other
still have
bitches
hope,
but me.
like you're still young, but it's like
It's
your
just rare.
mindset.
I just
Is your,
don't-
like your mindset is fucked up.
no, I just don't want somebody that fucks other girls. Period. That's
Well,
it.
you said you want a high value guy, right?
Well, yeah.
So
Sorry.
what do you
Like,
guys
I
think? Do you
wouldn't-
guys think some of us have hope?
You're
this
also
panel?
young. No, she doesn't. But like you 4,
Mhm.
you know, and then you 2, more or less. Like if you're so young, just as women, because once again,
Why she doesn't though? Because of her age.
she's
That's
29.
really mean,
Because her
actually.
age or her mentality? Because I feel like mentality can
both.
change.
It's both.
Don't you grow every day
Well,
and
good
learn
thing-
something
good
new every
thing-
day?
She's agreeing with me. Like what? Like why are you defending her?
No,
and
I'm
she's
not
agreeing with
defending
me?
her. I'm just asking a valid question though.
Okay, she's 29,
Mhm.
and her mindset is it's hard to say. I've dated older women, you know, like
Yeah.
That's not older, honey.
what?
30 is not old.
I mean, older.
If not, then you're aging yourself.
Okay. I've dated women who are, 30, 40 plus, hey, hot girls like Latinas, whatever. And I just like they're set in ways. And it's like end of the day, your ovaries, have a certain expiration date or whatnot. And guys see that shit. It's like, all right, cool. Can I build a future with a woman who's like set in her ways?
I feel like that's an insecure man.
Why?
Because if you can't handle a 30-year-old, then you clearly have some type of insecurity.
I don't want to
And you want a girl that's like easily manipulated.
Let me ask you this. Would you, what if you dated a guy that, was working in front of 7-Eleven asking for change? Would you date him?
depends on if we vibe and if we click and we have the same perspective.
Would you
You're
actually
not gonna
date him and
date
take
her.
him seriously?
You're not.
Come on, man.
I'm so sorry, baby. You're not gonna do that.
No.
You know,
Let's be realistic here.
So
a 7-Eleven guy.
yeah, he's
if we have
panhandling
a
in
lot
front
of
of
in
7-Eleven.
common.
He's panhandling in front of 7-Eleven.
If
Would you
he's
date
a
him?
sweet fucking guy and he loves me and we vibe and he has good relationship to me,
Yeah.
He's homeless.
Yeah. yeah
I
he's homeless.
would date a man that
Name
I
one.
really fucking. All right, that's your opinion, what you think, and that's what you wouldn't do.
Stop the cap.
You know,
I wouldn't date a homeless man.
but what if he's not
You
homeless?
date one that wasn't homeless.
But you would date a homeless woman.
She's just arguing to argue. The reality is she wouldn't date him. Like, and because didn't you say earlier that you would reject 95% plus of men that talk to you?
No,
You said that
I
earlier.
didn't say
It
that.
was this side. Yeah.
No. I asked her, do you reject most men that come up to you? And she literally said yes.
She said yes.
And I said like over 90%. And I remember asking her specifically that. So realistically speaking, that guy's probably going to get rejected too. Would you be would it be fair for me to call you insecure for wanting to date a guy that has a shit together?
I don't know.
That's your preference, right?
I just think again,
Please answer the
preference is
question.
all about.
It's your
Preference is all
preference
about
to date a guy that's
chemistry.
self-sufficient, correct?
I mean, in this society, do you
So-
have to be self-sufficient as a man?
At the top of the show, you quite literally said you wanted a guy that's traditional that could take care of you and provision for you. Correct? Yes or no?
I said most
did.
women want.
You did, and you said it yourself. That's what you want. As a matter of fact, take it a step further. You said you'd be okay with that guy even having other women if he took care of you.
Totally.
So, okay.
If the vibe is right, but if the guy's
Okay.
a total douche and
Well,
I don't like him,
the vibe
then
being right is contingent upon him making money and taking care of you. So let's call a spade a
yeah.
spade.
But if I hate the guy and I don't enjoy his company, then I wouldn't date him.
The point I'm trying to make is that you're saying he's insecure for wanting a younger woman, but if I went ahead and said you're insecure for wanting a guy that has his money together, wouldn't that be ridiculous for me to say that's insecure for you to want a guy that makes
Well,
money?
I've dated all type of men
Yeah,
who have
we
no
know.
money and men who have a lot of money. So I don't think it has nothing to do with finances at the end of the day. Sure, would I ideally like a man that has shit together? I think most people would like to date somebody
See,
with their
the
shit
difference
together.
here is that what he wants is considered discrimination. What you want is considered preferences. Do you not see the disconnect here?
But what do you want exactly?
He just said it.
Innocence?
Men typically want younger women, and then you said that's insecure. But if I turn around and said you want a guy that makes more money than you, you're insecure. You'd look at me like I'm crazy because that's just a preference.
But if I said that I want a guy who's younger than me, is that not weird?
I mean,
well, it would be strange because most women don't want that.
No. So why? But you're saying that guys want, like, you're making it about finance versus age. That's not a similar comparison.
Because the two genders. So here's the thing. You got to understand. Men and women want different things, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, what men want isn't necessarily what women want, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to get functional equivalence.
But that's not really equivalent, don't you think? Money, how much money you make versus age.
Yes.
I want somebody who is self-sufficient. You're right.
Yes. But how do you become self-sufficient? Experience, age, time, right?
Yep.
It takes time to the things that make a man attractive take time to acquire.
Yeah.
The things that make a woman attractive don't take time to acquire.
But it's like, it's so limiting because you're saying that it's my age. It's something that I can't control versus you can go out and you can make more money. You can get your ass up and you can work.
Yeah, but that requires work.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You work, but I can't change time. Like I can't be like, I'm gonna stop aging because men prefer me younger.
Oh no, but didn't
It's
we say
more-
that before? That women have a finite amount of time to find a guy, right?
Yeah,
So what about a woman
So-
who's ugly?
So at some point, well, even an average-looking girl can still get a
What
guy.
if she's
out
like
of her
below
league.
average?
But he's saying like,
and
I think-
she decides to fix herself
Even
and
a
get all
woman
these
that's below
plastic
average,
surgery.
even a woman that's below average can still get a guy 3 to 4 points above her.
It's easier for women to be attractive than like we can.
I mean,
You know, we
slow,
can dress up, we can put our hair, we
slow
can-
Wednesdays,
So-
man.
Filters.
You know, if you're a girl, slow Wednesdays, we still fuck.
Yeah, but you were saying something? What was that?
That's all I was saying is that you can't say. I mean, you're trying to make the point that men and women want different things, but I
Yes.
feel like it's not fair to compare the fact that women want somebody or men want somebody that's younger versus women that want somebody that make more money. Does that make sense?
It's absolutely fair because it's the functional equivalent. Men value youth, beauty, chastity, right? Women value success, competence, and status.
Stuff that is in your control.
Okay.
You can make more money. We can't change our.
But you get your value up front.
With my age, like I've started
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
it all
yes,
sound
yeah,
valuable.
Okay. As soon as a girl turns 18 and she's attractive, she's effectively won the lottery. She gets $1 million given to her. It's up to her how she spends that money. The man, however, has to earn that $1 million. from a analogy standpoint. So at least you get it up front and you're able to spend it the way that you want. Men have to work to make that money, and there's no guarantee they'll get it. At least as a female, you're guaranteed that upfront lump sum, and it's up to you how you want to spend it.
Actually, take it to the candy shop.
This is what I mean when I say women live life on easy mode, because you guys get your value up front. Men have to earn their value.
I just feel like women have different struggles than men. You know, like we all struggle differently. You
struggles that
you have
women
to struggle to
experience-
prove yourself and be successful. Women have to struggle with different things that most men won't understand.
Yo, what's violin, man?
Look, man, in 2023, the female experience is way easier than the male experience. That's not even a question. Name one right or privilege that men have that women don't. Besides being able to have sex with a bunch of people and not be judged.
Not getting pregnant.
But you choose that, though.
Better salaries.
Better. The reason why men make more is because men deserve to make more a lot of the times.
One privilege is
Women earn less because they deserve less in a lot of situations, but that's a whole other conversation.
Let's have that conversation. Why do women deserve less?
From a payment standpoint?
Because that's the name of your book, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
There's a multitude of reasons why women earn less money
So
than men.
can you name some?
Before we go into that, what was someone was saying something here about shit. Or what, Chris? What's going on?
No.
Oh, someone had something here about. I want to make sure that everyone gets their point before I go into this, because that's a whole other topic.
I think we're good. I don't know.
Less or less. Okay.
I said that. Yeah.
Well,
I
that's the
said,
topic that you're
Yeah,
going
you
into.
said that. What? Okay, something better that. Fuck. How do
Oh
I
yeah,
say it
yeah,
in English?
yeah. Women earn less because they deserve less from a financial standpoint. Yeah, but before I go into that, because that's a whole thing. Was there something else that someone was trying to say? I could have sworn I heard a voice here. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of reasons why women earn less money than men. A lot of it is choice, not necessarily biology.
You said outside of finance, though, that women generally deserve less.
Yeah, why do we deserve less?
Just
I would like to hear your opinion.
Well, she brought up the finances, and I said women make less because they generally deserve less.
But isn't that the name of your book?
Yes, but there's a bunch of reasons for that title. But when it comes to why women earn less money than men, there's a very sound and logically there's a very sound logic and reason behind why women earn less than men in general.
And what is one of them?
Wait, sorry.
What?
He
I was the bucks simping.
Hey, shout out to you.
If I was the bucks, man. A little more help to support the pod.
He likes
Shout out to
my
Mercy meeting
reflective
video.
forehead.
Fuck you, Tomas. Oh, can't say that shit. Make FNF monetize again.
The reason why women earn less money than men is because women typically work less hours, they take more vacation, they go into jobs that don't necessarily pay as much. They're more interested in being involved in social work versus being in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Yeah,
But that
some of
doesn't.
the
That's
reasons.
just a choice. That doesn't have anything to do with deserving.
Thank you for proving my point.
But you said we deserve less.
Because they make choices that earn them less.
Okay.
But outside of earnings, sorry, because you're right, women do get paid less, whatever. But outside of finances, you said generally.
But I
women
want to be
deserve
clear
less?
that the reason why women earn less isn't because of their gender. They earn less because of personal choices.
Sure. Okay. Again, outside of finances,
Yeah.
you said women generally deserve less. Why?
Well, if a woman is given everything just because she exists, right? She's given
What's everything?
attention, time, resources, guys hitting her up, etc. The only way that you're going to stand out as a man is that you can't put her on a pedestal.
You think that's what I thrive off of is attention?
But basically, you're saying
I'm not
women
talking
deserve
about you.
more.
I'm not talking about you in particular. I'm talking about women in general.
I can only speak for myself. I'm sorry.
Fantastic.
Somebody else can chime in.
But based on what you said that women's lives are easier, you're
Yes.
telling me that in society, actually, women are getting more and deserving of more. But your book says women deserve less. So that kind of contradicts a little bit. And I'm a little confused by your statement where you say, oh, women have it easier. So
Yes, they do.
right. So isn't that naturally that they're already automatically deserving
And if you
more?
don't believe me, name one right or privilege that men have that women don't.
I don't disagree
Okay, so
with
then
you.
what are you arguing?
I'm just saying that you're saying women deserve less, but then you're saying that women get more.
They do.
So to me, like that doesn't
But they don't
make
earn
a lot
it
of sense.
a lot of the times.
Yeah.
But that means we deserve more even if we don't have to earn anything because we don't have to work that much.
Okay.
Therefore, we are already have that birthright of deserving more.
What the fuck?
You know, we were born into
girls,
privilege.
Like, do you see what's going on here?
No, leave me out of it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Sure, hey.
No, I can't
No?
team up against it. No, no. Respectfully,
She's a girl, so
Yeah, everyone
team
has their
girl,
opinions,
but
you know.
Team girls. Team
But
stupid.
I'm not gonna
We
say
definitely said that we were gonna have our own opinions on this.
We
show,
all have our own
so-
opinions.
that's her
So,
opinion.
do you four agree with her?
There was a lot.
Don't be
said.
pinning anybody against nobody.
Yeah, no,
That's not
don't do
fair.
that.
I don't mind if people
don't-
disagree with
She
me.
lost
This
it a
proves
little
my
bit.
point that we're all different and we all think differently.
Yeah, but women have the privilege
Especially
of being dumb, and no one really cares.
I disagree. Women are not
You just
dumb.
literally made a dumb statement just now.
More women are in college than men
And you
right
will
now.
not have an issue, and you will not have an issue finding a date, even though you've proven throughout.
Maybe
the
I
course
don't
want
want to find a date. Maybe I'm fulfilled with my self-actualization.
Yeah.
That's my point. You have the privilege of being able to not be competent but still find a mate, versus men don't have
Yeah.
that privilege. That's my point.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I have that privilege,
Mm-hmm.
I'm born into that privilege just because I have
Yeah.
A vagina.
a vajayjay, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Men will overlook your lack of how do I say this? Knowledge and intelligence because you're a female.
Yeah.
so therefore I deserve more just because I'm a female.
No, you deserve less.
No, I deserve more because women are dumb according to you, but men still give us whatever we want.
Yeah, but who are you going to respect more? The guy that you have to earn affection from, or the guy that just gives it to you?
The guy who just gives it to me.
Okay.
Stop the cap.
Fantastic.
Chats?
I mean, bro, I
mean,
I'm here all week.
I don't agree with your point because I respect a guy that takes their time to actually show their true colors. Because if you're gonna be that easy with me, so you're probably treating me like you treat everybody else. So I would.
Someone's thinking.
I mean, but she's actually claimed the guy who actually had her name tatted.
It ain't gonna
on-
last.
No, but
Yeah,
why are
It
you
ain't gonna
pinning
last.
that against me when I'm actually making a valid point? You know, I didn't put I didn't put a gun to his head and be like, tattoo my name.
No, but what I'm saying is like you're saying one thing, but then you're doing the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like girls, but yeah, I know. And all of a sudden, I see the same girls.
I give it 3 months, she'll be done with him.
Yeah, 3 months.
I mean, but I'm not saying I'm gonna break up with him. I'm saying I appreciate it when I'm saying I appreciate it when a guy takes their time.
How long you do?
I give it 3 hours.
3 hours.
No,
That's
but
better
like,
than
like,
most.
Like girls appreciate the nice gesture, but for how long though? How long will you date
How
them?
long?
Yes, how long?
How long God tells our time is up.
Hallelujah.
You leave it all in the hands.
As soon as he got that tattoo over her, that dude was on borrowed time, bro.
Bro, like yo, she
No,
dried
he's
up.
not.
She's on
She dried
borrowed
up.
time, bro.
No, when he
That nigga's on borrowed
got
time.
her name tatted on his arm,
Yeah.
she dried up. Then you like, oh shit, this nigga.
Actually, no. That shit went.
Stop the cap.
Okay.
All right.
Chats?
Someone else had something?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll go back to
Chats.
this situation here. Where we at here? Rumble Rants? Okay, Myron, I gotta know. Did Tim Pool smoke you in poker?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. I don't know how to play poker, man. And then Magic Mike goes, these conversations consistently prove an epiphany I had about the truth. Not your, my, or someone else's truth. If you punish the truth, you're asking to be lied to. Uncomfortable truth, MM. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, some of these concepts haven't been explained to women, so which is why they have an issue with them. Like, for example, you
Yeah.
said you want a high-value guy, but you want him to be monogamous to you. Well, that's just not realistic.
Ever, never, ever. Like you're just genuinely telling me I have no
I'm not.
hope.
I'm not saying never
No,
ever.
I
but
do agree with that.
What I
Most
am
men are
saying is
not
that
monogamous.
men don't bust their ass to become successful and make money to only have sex with you.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to date a guy who's like average, you know, I think you know what he's average. He makes like what, 50,
I mean,
50K a year.
It's simple. We talked about supply and demand. If
Yeah.
there's not enough of these guys to go around and all the women want them,
Yeah,
do you really think he's only going to hook up with you?
It's just not something I would budge on. I don't know.
doesn't
about
matter.
want
Then
or
you're
not,
gone.
but-
Then that's your friend here. Then it's her. Then
That's
it's
fine.
her.
I
then
mean,
it's
if
her.
you want monogamy, were you willing to drop your standards a bit then?
Yeah, just do it.
Drop my standards.
Yeah.
That is my standards. Is that I wouldn't want a guy who's hooking up with other people.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't be
So
able
would
to-
you be okay with
So
getting?
would I?
would you-
Would I drop that specific? No. Like I would. It would have to be.
Mind
like,
candy shop is spam
you're-
in the chat, man.
you're saying that it's not super. Like you just said it yourself that it's not unheard of or impossible. It's just
It's rare.
It's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
But
common.
it's possible.
I mean, there's some
I
things
just don't think I would.
If I told you to
somebody-
jump out of a plane and you got a less than 1% chance that your parachute's going to deploy,
That's
would you jump out of the
different.
plane?
You're saying
Hold on.
less than you're saying that my chance of finding a guy who is loyal to me and me only, who's
And a
also
high earner and high
value-
value, as you would
high
say.
earner.
High
So
earner,
he,
yeah.
what's high earner? He's making like
A high value, a
6
component.
figures a month. Like, what's your high earner? If he's making
If he's making 6 figures a month, he's definitely going to fuck other girls.
I would want it to be financially comfortable, so
Okay.
it can be a little over
So
6
that's
figures
what-
a year.
Pull up the calculator.
A little
Pull up
over?
the calculator.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be like a millionaire, billionaire, but it's like
All right, yeah. Let's pull up the.
We're going to pull up a calculator for you.
Give
We
me a
actually
second.
went ahead and did the
me?
work for you. So we're going to find out your chances of finding this dream guy on our show right now. We got a build a man calculator.
Well, according to you, I have no chances.
I know. No, it's very
No
slim.
chance. That's
Yeah.
what you got.
That's what you said. You know what?
Hello, Vince.
Well, I mean,
I'm
you
not
got
too offended.
you got a couple things going against you. That's
I know.
why.
It's why you're a good sport.
That's fine. You can have your opinion. I'll have mine.
Okay.
Give me a second.
What, you guys don't have it?
Not yet.
No, it's top right.
Yeah, Chris has it saved.
Yeah, it's saved top
the,
right.
the link is saved.
The new one?
Yeah. The
Mo, find a new one is fine.
yeah, we got a calculator here, and we can basically we're gonna put in the guy's height, income. Well, actually, you know what? How much money he's got to make a year for you, bare minimum?
I'd say 200.
All right.
Okay.
Height,
How much money?
200K.
200. Height.
I like this question.
Wait, is this a new one?
No.
Build a man.
Wrong one.
Maybe like six
Is
feet.
this
6 feet's
a
good.
website?
6 feet's good.
you
I
guys
like
actually
this.
make
What's
it
this
like a
link? Can I
3D
use it?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Alright.
So okay, so 200K. How much? Sorry, height.
6 feet.
Okay. Race?
Black.
I don't really have a preference.
No preference. Would you date Asian?
Me love you
Maybe
long
not.
time.
Okay, so maybe I might have a
Okay,
preference.
so not Asian. All right. Well, Indian.
No.
Okay, so
Oh,
either
whoa,
black or
whoa,
white or
whoa.
Hispanic.
Sure.
Okay. Education level.
I would rather, more like higher education, so college.
What's the bare
masters.
minimum you accept? BA, masters?
College, like a BA, yeah.
A BA?
Bachelor's, yeah.
Okay. Do you care if he rents or owns?
I would prefer. He could. I mean, with that salary, I prefer own.
Okay. What's the bare minimum age range?
Minimum.
Minimum to oldest.
Oldest would probably be. I don't know. Minimum would have to be somebody who's my age, maybe like 25, 24.
25 to what?
25 to 35.
Okay. All right. So here it is right here. Can you enlarge the screen on our end, guys? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead. So age, guys, is 22 to 35. Okay. 22 to 35.
Oh, 22?
22.
No, I'm sorry. 25
Well, I
to
said
35. I'm
20,
sorry.
yeah.
25 to 35. Minimum height is 6 feet. Races check off white, black, and Hispanic.
Wait, where do you get all this data from?
I'm going to tell you here in a second.
All right, yeah.
And then education is bare minimum bachelor's degree. And then income is 200,000. And then do you care if he's married or not?
No, yeah, no.
Okay, so
not
exclude married men.
Hello.
And then do you care if he's obese?
Yeah.
He can't be obese.
No.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
Mo.
exclude both. So just before we get into this comes from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey and the U.S. Census Bureau.
Is the income too powerful?
So-
like, should we make it like 150?
That's 200
all right,
OD.
make it 150.
Okay, 150.
Yeah.
And ladies, this is the most accurate assessment of men in the United States because it's based off of census data and the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey.
This is fun.
So this is going to give you the most accurate assessment of men in the states. So let's go ahead and see how common this guy
It's
is.
gonna be like 2 guys. It's gonna be the addresses
Right, where's the addy of them?
Gonna give me like
All
the.
right, so she scored a perfect.
Yeah, bitch, we still got chances.
That to me says it's possible, just not plausible.
So less than 1% of men meet this criteria. So realistically speaking, if you find this guy, do you think he's really going to be monogamous to just you? Now that you know the raw numbers?
Yeah. But can you do this the other way around? Like, well, whatever. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, if we did it the other way around, let me guess. You would name
Like,
your
could
age and how
you-
much money you make
Yeah,
and stuff?
like if you ask like a guy to do this for girls, like is that possible? Like, you do guys have like a? Well, I guess you don't care how much money she makes. Apparently, she could be homeless.
And a guy that makes that kind of money, well, here's the thing. A guy that makes that kind of money is going to care even less about how much money you make.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like I wouldn't be able but again, now I'm going back to myself, and I feel like that's forbidden here.
March.
No,
it's fine.
I feel like I would have to work no matter what the guy makes. Does that make sense? For my own sanity, just to be able to do what I like, what I care about, I would rather have my job and he has his.
But you would still want him to be the predominant breadwinner and pay the majority of the bills, correct?
But I also wouldn't mind in that situation to come home and cook and clean and take care of the kids.
Okay,
If
but-
he provides more than I do necessarily financially,
Okay.
I'd be able to compensate another way. Does that
Okay,
make
so you
sense?
still expect him to be the predominant breadwinner. You still want to be in the workforce, but you're not the predominant breadwinner.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So you're telling me that if I want that, that's impossible? I only have a
no, I'm not saying that.
0.099.
It just proves my point that the more money a man makes, the less he cares about how much money you make, because men understand fundamentally that they're going to be expected to be the primary breadwinner.
Yeah.
But it's not about how much money. Like you're saying, hold on.
I mean, his
So-
money is our money, and then your money is your money.
So it'd be separate.
No.
Is that what you're like?
No.
No, he would still be the one providing for everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The reason why men don't care about how much money a girl makes, because you said, oh, well, let's reverse it. Let's put my stats in. Well, it's irrelevant because men don't care about your
Right.
money.
I said that. I said never mind. I backtracked. I was like, never
the
mind
things
because they
that
could be homeless.
The things that you're mentioning, like, they're all masculine traits. I make money. I'm a go-getter, blah, blah, blah. Fantastic. Men don't care. What if I told you I had an extensive wallet collection? Would you care?
A wallet collection.
Yeah. Gucci, Louis Vuitton.
Louis.
I got a bunch of Jordans that are rare. Would you care?
Not really.
Fantastic. That's how men feel about your career and money.
Okay, but I don't do my career and money for men. I work for myself.
Exactly.
Again,
Yeah,
like
and
what
I
you're
don't get the
saying.
wallets and Jordans for women. I do it for myself.
Okay, right.
And
so
that's
why does that
fine.
I'm not sure what the point
That's
is.
fine for you to
Remember
have
how I
those
talked about
wallets.
functional equivalence?
Mm-hmm.
A woman that has a career is the functional equivalent of a guy that's really into fashion.
Okay.
Your money doesn't benefit me. My fashion doesn't benefit you. So you don't care.
Again, but we don't do it for each other. You don't get all your wallets and your Jordans for women. Same way I don't go to work for you. Does
Yeah,
that make
but
sense?
you're trying to use it as a metric of why men should be attracted to you.
My money?
Yeah, you quite literally said, could we reverse it on the female side? And I was like, well,
No, I literally said never mind because it doesn't matter how much women make. Did I not say that?
you're learning, finally.
Thank God. Look at me. Women are grasping something, guys. 1 point for us.
So are you going to lower your standards now that you realize that your guys, you scored a perfect 5 out of 5 catbacks?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, hell no.
No, definitely
No
not.
shot.
Hell no.
There's no, it's not something I could budge on personally.
it's fine.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wouldn't want somebody who's sleeping with other women. Even like out of a sanitary thing too. Like, why are you fucking other women? Like, I don't know. You hear crazy stories. I don't know.
I mean, like we hear crazy stories, but why are you still traveling on girls' night trips? You know, like girls'
We
trips.
answered
whatever.
that
We just already
multiple
answered that.
times.
We're
We
not
told
here
you
to
that.
have
We go
sex.
on
What does
trips
that have
for
to do with
ourselves.
fucking
We
wrong?
But
leave
if-
our city,
But
our little
let me ask you
bubble.
this. If you actually met this guy, would you still go on girls' trips and stuff too?
If I met the guy.
If you actually found this guy, would you go on girls' trips and everything else?
And I honestly will tell you too. Like,
What,
if there
you
was
said
a
yes?
guy, who, yes,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
we would go on our girls trip.
I'd want the
Because
guy
we-
to take care
hold
of
on
the
a
girls'
second.
trip.
Hold on, we told you no. That's not. Because we explained to you what the purpose of our girl trip was. I told you how we were at the clubs. I told you what we did on our trips.
Listen,
I told you we went to like all
You
these
can
like
tell me
restaurants.
whatever you want to tell me, right? Oh, I'm this, but I'm saying right now,
So-
it only takes 20 minutes for you to get piped down someplace else. I've seen it before in the clubs.
But I'm telling you
Not
that's
you.
not what I'm doing.
I know, but not you. But
But
girl-
he's asking me
No,
if
wait,
if I
but-
dated this less than 1% guy,
Yeah.
would I still go on these trips?
He's gonna
Nice.
want a lot in return.
And that's I think that's fine. Like that's what I'm saying. If you provide for me, I'll provide back. It's just we
Provide
were
what
saying
back?
What
in the
back?
beginning everything because we have different, like you were saying, we have different needs. If you give me what I need, which is my girls trip, my alone time, my job, my this, my that, you're providing for the house, you're doing this, I will give you back what
Do you think
want.
you're in a
What is
position?
it that what
Let me ask you this: do you think you're in a position to negotiate with a man of that caliber?
you think I'm not in a position
You're
to
not.
negotiate?
Yeah, you're not.
You don't think it's a negotiation?
No.
You don't think
No.
I can say this is what I expect out of my relationship?
This is what
with
women
you?
don't understand.
Yeah.
As you go up the totem pole of men, you have less and less leverage of what you can dictate.
Yeah, you do.
You're genuinely telling me I have no hope in a relationship right now.
No.
It's less than 1%.
What I'm telling you,
negotiate
what I'm
my
telling you is that
boundaries.
as you go up the totem pole of men, you have less and less leverage to try to negotiate with him. It's my way or the highway. Guys that are successful like that, they have a very A-type personality. They're not going to sit there and negotiate with you. It's like, oh, you want to go on a girls trip when we're in a committed relationship?
That's fine. Go ahead,
Cool.
do it.
There's another girl that will sit her ass at home and not go out
Yeah.
there and do that because, unfortunately, even though you might not go to the club, and fuck guys. That's not necessarily wifey behavior.
Yeah, it's
But don't you think it comes down to the guy trusting me enough to be like, I know she's not gonna get
He
fucked
could
by
trust
some
you to be
guy.
a woman, which is
Yeah.
emotionally erratic, heavily dictated by what your friends do, potentially
at
susceptible to
all.
alcohol, And they're not going to like that. And they're also going to know that there's going to be a bunch of dudes trying to fuck you at the club, and he doesn't want that.
It happens, sure, but we were drinking, we were smoking, we were at the clubs. Not once did I think, ooh, I should be fucking this random
It
guy
happens,
that just came up
true.
to me.
So you was drinking, you was smoking.
We were at the club, and not once did I think I'm gonna fuck this random guy who's gonna
Not you,
approach me
but
next.
most girls do that shit.
But we're just, you're saying, you're going back to
Some
my
girls
hypothetical
do.
scenario.
You can't say no because you're talking about every single woman.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Are you girls men here?
Or are you a woman?
Are you men?
Like, no, I'm not a man.
All right, cool. So, as a man in a club, girls who smoke, girls who drink, they're fucked up.
Fucked up?
Yeah, they're fucked up. Like, they fuck men.
They're intoxicated.
I did not do that. I wasn't
Not
blackout.
you.
I wasn't
Fuck
some like.
fuck
But that's
what
what
you
I'm saying.
think.
Is
Listen.
like. Go ahead.
10 girls.
Mhm.
7 girls out of 10 will fuck guys if they're drunk or
All right, here's
or
a
high.
3 then, because there's your stat. Like,
Then the other 7 will fuck guys.
It still doesn't change the fact that it's not a good look.
so, but if you were asking if I personally was dating that less than 1% guy,
Yeah.
and if I still were to go on a girls trip, yes, because we're that 3 that he just said out of 10 would not fuck a guy, would not be stumbling out of the club. we
Yeah,
were
but
functional.
I've
we
seen
were
it before.
like, you've seen it.
Yeah.
It's just not impossible. It's
I
not
just
super rigid. It's
Find
not
it
like
interesting how you would find an exceptional guy and still think that your current behavior would be acceptable to him.
I think it comes down to what he finds acceptable as well.
Most
Like, do
men
you
would not
think-
find that acceptable. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
If we went on
Men that are on that caliber have standards. Just like you have standards, right? You want the guy to have competence and everything else like that. Guys have standards on how their women should behave.
I think in a relationship, if you're genuinely happy, if you're getting what you want, if this was an ideal guy that I wanted, there's going to have to be some, you said not negotiation, but I'm going to have to give some. So if he really genuinely looked at me and he was like, I don't feel comfortable with you going to Miami, honestly, maybe I wouldn't go to Miami. But if I was
Maybe.
like, if I wouldn't go, like I would be able to sit down and be like, okay, if
Maybe.
you don't feel comfortable with me going there, I would not go. But I would go rebuttal
Wait,
and I'd be
so
like, but me and my girls do want to go somewhere.
Let me
Is
ask you
there
a question.
somewhere you'd
Let me ask you a
feel-
question.
What?
Let's say you're out at a club with your man,
Mhm.
and some dude fucking grabs your ass and then takes your purse and runs off with it.
Mhm.
Right? What's more attractive? Him chasing that guy down, beating his ass and bringing it back for you? Or you having to tell him, babe, go chase after him. What are you doing? Which one's more attractive?
It's him acting
Oh.
on it. Okay.
So why is that he has to tell you to not go to the fucking club?
because I don't think
Hold on,
that's
hold on. Let that sink in. I really
Why
want you
does
to
he have
exercise
to-
some critical thinking skills.
I'm thinking. I
So
hear
on
you.
one end, right?
Sink.
It's more
You're like,
attractive.
in headphones, I
it's
can
more
hear you.
attractive for the guy to just do what he's supposed to do, act like a protector, and go back and get your purse for you. You shouldn't have to tell him. So why is it that a man has to tell you to be a lady?
It's not.
I don't think everybody would care about us going to Miami, but I'm telling you, if that less than 1% that we keep hypothetically talking about said, I don't feel comfortable with you going to all these parties.
But why should he communicate that to you?
Yeah, why?
Because that's
Every
how a
guy
relationship
wants
works.
things
You
different, though.
communicate.
No, because when that guy steals your purse, he just defaulted to his male instinct and beat that guy's ass and brought it back to you because that's his job as a man. So wouldn't it be fair to say, as a woman, it's your job to protect your innocence, protect your purity, not put yourself in compromising situations? Why is it that men have to tell women how to be women, but you guys would never accept it if you told men how to be men?
You don't have to tell me how to be a woman. I don't think it's written in a book where it's like,
That's
you
quite
cannot
effectively
go.
what he's doing by telling you not to go to the club.
You're saying I can't go on girls' trips.
He shouldn't have to tell you is my point.
insane. Why is it girls' trip in particular? It's because you're generalizing
Because-
again. Like,
Holy
because,
shit.
Wait. So
wait,
wait, back to her thing. Does it matter where the girls' trip is?
yes.
because
That's
you know, because
Bro,
girls.
look, man. Do you guys not see the ludicrousness, the lunacy in
You're
what you're
saying
trying
that
to
I
say?
should naturally
Roll
know
out.
not to go with women or with my girls on a girl trip because I should naturally know that my man doesn't like that.
You should know, in general, that's behavior that's unacceptable to a majority of men and isn't necessarily wifey material. Just like me, letting you get your purse stolen and your ass grabbed and not doing anything about it is bitch-made non-masculine behavior. I'm supposed to act and be the protector and provider for you in situations that arise. You are supposed to be my girlfriend and not embarrass me and put yourself in compromising situations without me being there.
Does that embarrass you if I take a trip with my friends? Not necessarily to a club. So going back to what I was saying earlier, you didn't really answer. If you came up to me and you were like, or you fine.
Are you aware of the fact that a
you don't come
woman's
up to me.
behavior?
I know you don't like.
Hold on, look.
Okay,
Are you
go.
aware of the fact that a woman's behavior can absolutely destroy her man's legacy?
A woman's behavior destroys a man's legacy?
Can it destroy a man's legacy? Yes.
Okay, sure.
Look at Jada Pinkett Smith. What did she do? Oh, I fucked another guy and told him that at the red table. Will Smith now, getting made fun of, laughing stock. He's been embarrassed everywhere. No one remembers Independence Day. No one remembers 7 Pounds. No one remembers Ali. No one remembers Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. All they remember is him sitting at a red table with his whore wife and with red eyes saying, and her talking about fucking another guy. So I don't think women understand that your woman is a reflection of you. If my girl's going to the club and girls' night trips, that effectively shows that I don't have control and I'm of the relationship.
Okay.
It's not about controlling the woman. It's about being in control of the relationship. So I just find it crazy how women expect men to act without, being told what to do, but women need to be told what to do to act like a lady. Isn't that kind of wild?
Not necessarily told what to do, but I think you would just know based on the guy's personality. Like, okay, he would not like me going to Miami. So going back to what I was saying.
Most men wouldn't like it.
Okay, sure. Most men. Those most men that would not like me going to Miami.
Yes.
Is there somewhere that I could like negotiate with you? We're like, okay, well, can I go somewhere with my girls? Like, can we do something that's outside of Philly, outside of the boundaries that we live here? We do everything here. I already know all the restaurants. I know I want to take a trip with my girls.
I mean, going to a restaurant with your girlfriends is not the same as taking a trip to a vacation destination where promiscuity is almost promised.
It's just a city that we've never been to. Like we said, we've just gone to a bunch of different cities. And you know that that's what we do for our birthdays. So if I came up to you and I was like, look, me and my girls want to take a trip for Diana or Carly's birthday, there would not be a single location where like a monastery, like is that where we're allowed to go? Like there's nothing you would budge on ever?
It's not that. I'm just saying it's very interesting to me how women expect, to do what they want to do, but you guys would never give men the same leeway.
Not true. Because if I knew that that's something that hurt you, if I knew that we were in a loving relationship, committed relationship, and I knew that it would be uncomfortable for you to see me going to Miami, I would not go. What I'm saying is there somewhere, like if you knew that I genuinely needed a trip with my girls.
But why?
Because we need to get, I just said it. We'd travel to different cities. I've done it.
So,
It's our birthday. Like, it's our birthdays.
So we wouldn't go to clubs. Family or your girls?
I'm sorry? My
future
family or my girls?
Yeah, your girls.
So you think as soon as you get in a relationship, that's the tunnel you're going under? Forget all my friends, forget my family. It's just...
I mean, you're striving to
Tunnel vision?
actually create a whole family and
Right,
everything.
I
So
agree.
it's like, if you're like, you know what, fuck my kids in the future and like fuck my husband.
That's not what you say by going on a trip with your friends.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
your
basically,
actions.
in order to be a high value woman, you can't go anywhere.
You're stuck in the house.
No, not you're stuck in the house.
That's not what we said. We're
Go with
saying
them.
putting yourself in situations where you're around drunk, horny men trying to have sex with you.
Okay, forget the clubs. Fine.
Okay.
Answer my question.
All right. So what?
Me and you, hypothetically, dating. And Carly's birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
We want to go to a new city we've never been in because we've never been to Carbone. And
You're not going without me.
Yeah.
Staying home on my birthday. So you're hold on. So you're coming. So it would be us three and you.
not going there.
You're not going.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
No, hold on. I want him to answer.
No.
So it would be us three and you on a trip to Carbone.
And we should take care of the bill.
And are you
for all the girls?
Does she has a husband, a
Put your
man?
headphones on.
probably like if we're older and we're all dating some like
Probably. No, yeah. If she has a man, right?
So are we doing okay, maybe for a birthday's not a good example because you'd probably want your husband with you on your birthday.
Right,
Okay, so not a birthday, forget it. Say I got, I don't know, a promotion at work or it's our anniversary of our friendship. We've been friends since whatever and ever. And we were like, we want to go to a new, like I saw this new restaurant
See,
that I've
honestly,
never been to.
dudes just won't take you seriously, bro. Like, that's not like they don't want to go back and forth with you. Like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. You know?
What?
See, here's the thing that women don't get,
bro.
When you have this type of behavior and you want to be out with your friends and you want to do whatever, you know what guys are gonna do? Silently in the back of their mind, they're gonna put you in the she's for the streets category.
Why
I'm
is
never
that
gonna
for the
commit to
streets?
her.
Because I told you I want to go to a restaurant I've never been to
No.
before.
But if you want to go out on girls' trips and live like you're single, but you have a guy at home, a lot of guys are going to put you in a box and they're going to put it the sex-only category. They'll never say anything.
Yeah.
But what they're going to do is they're going to silently disqualify you from anything serious.
The only way I'd be okay with a guy coming on my girls' trip is if he's paying for everything.
It's fantastic. Well, that's why you are where you are now.
Wait, no. I mean,
But you're
I wouldn't
happy.
care about the. I wouldn't care about the paying. That wasn't my point. Is you would want to come on a trip that
It's all girls.
it's just us, like us three and you.
Yeah,
And it would be
that's-
like I don't know. We're all getting ready and like doing our makeup. Like a big part of our girls trip is the amount of
I
time we
mean,
spent together, and not
to be
where
honest,
we went.
wanting to
Like,
go on a girls' trip in the first place is a red flag.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
we told you what our girls trip entails. We didn't say go to clubs,
No,
shake ass, like
I mean,
be naked in the
you
streets.
can say one thing, but I've seen different things.
But right, with people that were not us. So you're saying that it happens, and I agree with you. I've seen people cheat, girls, guys, everybody. People cheat.
I just wouldn't commit to a girl that does that.
Yeah.
That
That's-
hangs
that's-
out with her friends.
That likes to go on girls' trips and put herself in certain situations. And I don't care what she says. I can trust a woman to be a woman, which is impulsive, emotionally spontaneous, following her friends. You know, all it takes is one bad friend to fuck everything up.
Wait. So question, because I told you three, right? If Drake invited you to his penthouse, right? You all three would have went, right?
We're all three also single.
No. But so
I think it matters.
What?
If I'm in a relationship and Drake is like, come to my penthouse, no, I'm not going. But if I'm single.
Yeah, you're single in Miami.
Wait, but why are we going to Drake's penthouse? Like, this is
see,
too unrealistic.
Well,
like,
everything we've been talking about.
Yeah, it's too hypothetical. Like, why are we even going there in the first place? Like, what?
Most girls,
because
they come to Miami, right? And all of a sudden they put in, hey, here's scenario A, here's B, then it escalates. And all of a sudden it's like, you know what? I just slipped on dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? So don't even go to Miami. Because then it starts to escalate. Initially, you probably don't want to fuck some other guy. But the more you go down the path, hey, I'm doing this. Before you know it, you're like waking up in a yacht being fucked by 2 or 3 other guys. And you're like, damn.
I just don't think that would ever happen.
I've seen it though.
You're right. No, and I don't disagree
I've
with
seen
you.
It though.
I'm sure, like more than once probably. It happens.
We tell guys a general rule of thumb is we just tell guys not to commit to girls that are in certain professions, that want to adopt certain lifestyle habits. These are just women you don't want to commit to, typically.
I think you're just really rigid. I think you're saying because this group of people, of women, does this on girls' trips, you should just not date these types of women. But then it leaves people like us who genuinely have no intentions of going and fucking 2 men on a yacht that I don't know about.
I mean,
like,
hold on. You have pretty high standards. $200,000 per year, 6 foot, 25 to 35. So you're saying I'm rigid. I would argue you're even more rigid in your standards than I am.
I mean, I never said I didn't have high standards.
Okay, so my thing is, I think all guys should kind of employ the mindset I have, where you don't want to commit to certain girls that have certain behaviors because it's going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's same vice versa, don't you think? Like, I wouldn't want to commit to some guy who has a certain type of behavior, like not being able to stay with one woman.
But men have to earn their value.
What are you talking about? I'm telling you, like my point is, if going back on this insane hypothetical of girls' trips, you're telling me that because I want to spend time with my friends, because I don't get to see them as often, because when you are in a relationship,
don't y'all all live in Philly?
But that doesn't mean we all have our own lives, though.
When you are in a relationship, you do want to spend more time with your partner, right? When you're in a relationship, you spend the majority of your time with your partner. So you stop seeing your friends as much. So if I am like saying,
if your guy's really successful making money, you're not going to see him that much anyway. He's going to be putting his mission above you. That's why I tell guys never prioritize women.
I just don't understand what's going on.
So you ain't going to see him that much anyway. He's going to be working a lot.
So I'm not even seeing I'm not hanging out with my partner. I'm not hanging out with my girls. Like, what am I doing?
Are you aware that higher earning men, you're not going to see them that often because they're working?
Yeah.
But what's higher earning? $200,000 could be a fucking accountant. Like, they work. They have their
women have no concept of money. This is wild.
A CPA?
Do you know what percentage of men make $200,000 a year?
An accountant? You don't think an accountant of a certain amount of experience?
That's high for an accountant.
I think it's when they reach a public accountant, when they reach up to like 8 years or so, 6 to 8.
They'd have to probably own their own firm to make that kind of money.
I don't think so. If you work for,
or no?
Like what?
What percentage of men do you think actually make $200K per year?
I don't know. Let's put it in your calculator.
We just.
I mean, let's just use common sense.
Wait, but you don't think it's you don't think it's a good amount of, like, it's not a dating pool for me to look through. It's like
this is incredible.
Why is this incredible? How many guys? Okay, Google it. Someone Google it. See how many men make that amount of money.
$200,000 a year
in the U.S. alone.
What?
Because at least that way it'll give me like coast to coast of finding my less than 1% match. Like,
no.
It's going to be less than like 2% of men that make that kind of money in the United States.
Less than 2%.
That's not even accounting for height.
Yep.
Charm, how he looks,
personality.
Like, are you aware that like only 15% of the entire U.S. population makes $100,000 per year?
How many people live in the U.S.? Men. Okay, narrow. How many men?
That's
live
men
in the
and
US?
women, married, unmarried, everybody. So $200K per year.
2% of all the entire population of the U.S. is still a good amount of people. I don't know how many people live in the U.S. My bad. I don't have that number off the top of my head, so I can't calculate it for you. But still, 2% of millions and millions of people is still a big ass number.
Yeah, but they're rare.
but it happens. Is what I'm saying. It's possible.
It
and
happens,
you're saying
Myron.
like,
It
Okay.
happens.
happens.
All right, hold on.
Let me live in my whimsical
are you
high
aware
standards.
that possible and probable are two different things?
Yes.
Okay, so just because it's
Thank
possible
you. That's just
doesn't
how
mean
it
it's
is.
probable. Like the
Okay.
likelihood is extremely slim, actually, that you find this guy.
But it's possible.
It's possible, Myron.
I'll hold on to it.
Myron, it's possible.
Thank you.
Manifest it, Myron.
Yeah.
Manifest it, queen.
I mean, I think that's
You
the
got it.
difference. I think that's the difference between men and
I
women.
just learned
Like,
about manifestation. Now I'm gonna get so
Like
much money.
girls
I don't need a job. Why?
Turn that off. Girls can kind of just live in a loony world, bro. Like,
I love it here. Am I delusional?
That's right.
I love it here.
I mean, we literally just showed you how rare your guy is, and you're still trying to sit here and tell us, I still want to go on girls trips and shit. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah, it's fine. I mean,
Because
do what you gotta
it's
do.
your
who do you think has the leverage here? There's a lot less of him than there is of you.
Girls.
Like,
it's your concept of girls trips.
Guys will lie to you. The fuck.
This is wild.
Because at the end of the day, like me personally, like me, mine, fresh, whatever. If we see a girl, hey, yeah, I'm a boss, babe, and whatever, girls trip. All right, that's cool. It's fine. But then it's like we'll deal
She
with
belongs
you.
to the street.
We'll fuck you, and then before you know it, like, why did he ghost me? Like, that's a question most girls ask. Like, why did a guy I wanted ghost me? And you girls don't even fucking know. That's the scary part. And we're telling you why the guys ghost you, and you're like, man, fuck him.
that's
bro.
your opinion.
That's your opinion. What the fuck? And then we're telling you, like, look at you, like you all thinking, like, damn, this nigga is right. Because
Nah, they don't give a fuck.
I'm
No,
thirsty.
yeah, see,
I want water. That's what I'm
They don't
thinking.
give a fuck, bro.
all right, what?
I mean, it like girls don't
girls
wake up
water
until
for
they're
them?
older, bro. That's what I've realized. Like girls
Yeah,
really don't
yeah,
wake
man.
up and realize until they're like 30 years old and paying for their own drinks at the bar that you know their best years have passed them.
I don't care,
But
man. Yeah.
It's fine. The,
You're
the,
right.
the,
Yeah,
the
you're fine.
point of this podcast isn't to like educate y'all. It's for the audience to kind of know like this is how a lot of women think. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas think, and that's kind of how it is, and that's fine.
Yeah, fine. It's fine. Hey.
So
What's
anyway,
the fuck, man?
we'll
Chats?
get last thoughts
Yeah, sure.
because I know you had to
Also-
drop that time.
All right, ladies. It's
What, Mo?
12.
Stream
Right.
Streamlab chats.
Oh shit.
Shout outs to the real Mr. Meatball with $100 super chat.
Hey, got into Don Blanco too, bro. Appreciate that.
He said he just
I'm
saying
losing my hair follicles here.
he's just saying Myron is right. Shout outs to Kiko Perez with $50.
Yep.
He said, "Yo, Myron and Fresh, thanks for the content. Y'all have sacrificed your careers and your hair follicles for the greater good of all of us.
Yeah.
Hoping that you all rise above any challenge
I'm
during
trying,
these
bro.
tough times.
My
Stay
hair is
blessed."
gone.
Shout outs to the real Mr. Meatball, $100 again.
Shout out to you, bro.
He said a man's value is positively correlated with the ability to provide. A woman's value is inversely correlated with their promiscuity. A woman's ability to provide a man's promiscuity play a minimal role. This scales with the person's value.
Do you guys get what he said there, or
Wasn't
They don't
listening.
get it.
Thank you.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, of course.
We know.
Yeah, we know.
well? Okay, well that's why we do the podcast, guys. We do this podcast so y'all don't sit there and argue with women, bro. They're like, yo, man, this
And,
is.
Hey,
they'll
fuck
never
you.
understand.
12:30, they're checked out, bro.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
it's all
like
good.
fuck it.
Yeah, they're gonna go and do what they're gonna do.
Yeah, it's
It
fine,
is
it's
what
fine,
it
it's
is.
fine.
This isn't
All right, girls. Last thoughts and questions
Or-
before we
or
close
disagreements
out.
or points.
Disagreements, points. Let's start with you.
All I'm saying is that everybody's opinion tonight is valid,
Okay.
and I hear you.
No, they're not.
Okay.
An
Well,
opinion can absolutely be wrong.
well, I'm
and not
having
valid.
my last thoughts, and my last thoughts are I respect people's different opinions, and I had an interesting conversation. And thank you guys for having me on the podcast.
Fair, but not all opinions are valid. If I said 1 + 1 is 3,
Well, that's your opinion, and your opinion is valid. So
Oh shit.
no, it's not. No, it's not everyone's
I know
opinion
you
is
are,
valid.
but what am I?
If it's incorrect, I would argue it's not valid, but that's fine. What about you?
Thank you for having me.
You didn't say much.
She was slouching. She was like, "I'm tired. I'm thirsty."
No, it's just I think my headphones were too loud, so my head started hurting.
We
Like
do a
towards
sound
the-
check.
No, it started right now.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you guys for the
Wait.
good time.
But don't you work in the club though? Is it loud over there?
Yeah.
So then, yeah, like.
It depends on the topic of conversation.
Oh,
that gets me
so you got triggered.
Nah,
Come on,
I just haven't eaten anything.
just say it.
But maybe I am triggered.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Follow me on Instagram.
Saw that coming.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Y'all. Thank you guys for having me. Your guys' thoughts are interesting. I still feel how I feel, and
Which is?
I just like girls, and I like the way we think, and I hate guys, and
Oh shit.
Fantastic.
that's all I gotta say.
Hey y'all.
Hey man, women can't handle the truth. They really can't handle the truth, man.
She hate guys though.
Yeah, she hates guys.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.
You guys are very opinionated.
Fuck guys, man.
That's what I'm saying.
We just told you how men think in general. I mean, if you don't like it, it is
We
what it is.
appreciate it though. We appreciate it though.
No, they
I
don't.
don't.
I appreciate it. I like having different point of views. Doesn't mean I'm gonna change my
I
mind.
mean, point of view is like OnlyFans when you. No, never mind. It's
Y'all hit low.
You literally said that I
we
haven't
are YouTube.
talked. So what are you gonna say?
How's that
Because I haven't
handled?
talked.
That's a personal choice she made.
Yeah, but why do you have to
Yeah.
keep shoving it in her face like
Exactly.
that?
That's my choice.
Right.
My
Like
body,
a
my
She made her
choice.
choice and she's living with
the
it.
penis. Oh, it's fine.
But you don't gotta keep.
Do you have something
Yeah,
against
yeah,
yeah.
OnlyFans?
About it.
Hold on.
I
It's
will.
not. It's. She made a choice.
Yeah,
and that's
I will.
good. Like if someone shoved in my face, oh, you used to be a Fed. I'd be like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
proud of
yeah,
it.
yeah. He's fed.
I used
So
to be. So like, if
So then
So why are you saying it in a bad way,
Yeah,
though?
that's what I'm saying. Is you're saying it to
It-
throw shots, and
It
she's
wasn't
already.
that way.
because sex work is not respected by the majority of people in society.
Well, maybe
But
she don't
sex
care
work
about
is
that.
still sex work, and even though if it's not respected, it's the thing that has got me out of Puerto Rico, and I've been financially independent since I was 19, thanks to sex work. So I'm glad. No, what?
Go, Mo.
Violence. No, he's not throwing it in her face. He's just stating this is the truth, and like hey, is this going to be respected by society? It's not. If someone threw in your face, you're a doctor, you're a doctor, you're a doctor, you'd be like, damn right. But if someone says you're on OnlyFans, well, yeah, you're going to feel some type of way because it's not respected by society, unfortunately.
I mean, but
Are you on
honestly,
OnlyFans?
My
I'm
work
not.
doesn't.
Why are you not on OnlyFans?
Why?
I never had the interest of doing that.
Why didn't you have the interest?
Because we all have our own interests, and
She's
that's
not even
my
on
interest.
Instagram.
Yeah, like I'm not a social media person.
She won't say it because she jumped in. She on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, let her talk. Let her talk.
I didn't say nothing.
It was
Who that?
That was
Who
me.
that?
That was me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Same shit.
Yeah, I mean, you got to live with your choices, right? So
It's fine. Like, hey, listen, she's here.
hey, get your money.
Wait,
It's fine.
Third time in a row?
But yeah,
Fuck
but
it.
Oh yeah, sometimes I do think about what my life would be if I didn't start OnlyFans.
Yeah, but
I'm
earlier-
actually happy that I did it.
I know,
you know?
but earlier I asked you if you was to find a man who you actually truly love and respected and who would pay for your bills, and would you quit OnlyFans? You said yes.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
So simple as that.
That's the only thing that's sustaining me right now. So
All right,
why
yeah,
would
that's
I?
fine. Yeah.
My consensus. This was definitely interesting. I think we too far.
Yeah. Penis.
Coming into it, I don't think we knew what to expect. Obviously, we've seen like clips of the show and whatnot, so this kind of gives you a good visual.
Oh shit, clips.
So if you saw clips, wouldn't it be fair to say you knew what you're getting yourself into then?
They were. I don't know. Like I looked it up before we came.
Okay.
Before that, it was probably just like a TikTok
yeah.
or two that I skipped.
I mean, seeing something and actually experience it.
Yeah, it's
two
very
different
different.
things.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. You said it's not necessarily for us, but I can say that I think we will take stuff away from this.
Yeah.
Because you said it's more for the audience. And
Are you
show
going to
how
change any of your
delusional-
behavior?
Am I going to lower my standards? No.
Okay.
But
so
we
you-
know
so-
now what you guys think, though. We know more about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
we
now
thought-
that you know how men think, are you going to change your
It
behavior
doesn't matter. She
realistically?
said she
But I
took something
told- like,
away from it, though.
I
She didn't say
told
she was
you-
going to change who she is.
Actions
because
speak
of
louder
it.
than words.
Can let her talk?
So if your behavior isn't going to change, then
Right,
it doesn't.
say the same
it
thing
doesn't
I
matter.
just said.
No. See.
Well,
And that's fine. I'm not telling you to change your behavior. I'm just, like I said before, this podcast just illustrates what we've talked about. Like women don't give a fuck what men think, and that's cool. But it proves our point.
That's not true. I told you. It's just what do I care what the general men group think? No, but if I was in a, if I was in because it's like, what does that have to do with me? But if I was in a relationship with someone, that's when you have to start taking it into account. That's when you said you would have to like consider like going on trip to Miami is unacceptable.
Yeah. So guys that she only care about like.
But
fuck other guys,
if I'm
man.
single, is it wrong
men,
of me to go to Miami?
Gentlemen, if she ain't fucking you, fuck you.
She belongs to the streets.
All right. Fantastic. What about you?
Yeah, well, first, thanks for having me.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I think like throughout this podcast, I definitely listened more than I
Yeah,
talked.
you did.
Sorry. But
That's fine.
based on that, like I definitely, when I like made that one argument that like the empath thing, I definitely still stand on that. I definitely heard you out. I definitely ended up agreeing with some things you said. Maybe not all of them, but I still did share my own opinion just because, personal, based compared to generality. But like all in all, I really do think like
I think you could sympathize, but I don't think you're empathetic because you're not a man.
So only men can
just say okay.
Okay.
We're
yeah, I mean, I said my point. I think I empathize with what you said. I think I took it into consideration, actually agreed with you on some points, but at the same time, like, I still have my own opinion based on myself.
All right.
But yeah, thank you.
It's an interesting show.
No, I mean, from I saw on the panel, like they're so young.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're still in shape. You know, they're so single. Well, you know, well, not young, but she's 29. But you're 4.
That's the guy, bro.
But listen, girls, like just take what you can from tonight's show.
No go fuck.
Watch it back.
No go fuck.
Hey, listen, I know, but you know, like I said,
don't go fuck, bro.
Nigga,
They gotta go to the club after this and keep doing the shit that they were doing before. It don't matter.
Facts.
Like,
All right, yeah,
it's
facts.
fine.
That's right.
All right,
all right, guys.
Chats. No,
Welcome to this episode.
Sorry, chats. No, you good?
What was that?
No.
LOL donated $2. Jillian got to spell her IG out.
YILLIAN Marie.XO.
Don't worry. All right,
bro,
cool.
she's not gonna give a shit about you following her, man.
I do. I actually do.
Stop the cap. All right.
Please
Fantastic.
keep following me. Thank you.
Yeah, you're a fan now, man. That was some
We
simp
love
shit right
that
there.
over here.
All right,
I
we'll catch
love
you guys
being
on
my
next
simp.
episode of Fresh Fit on Wednesday. We're gonna have a Womanizer Wednesday. We'll catch you guys there. Peace.